Aha! Hello and welcome to That's Football. How are we all doing? It's Manchester City versus Liverpool. Absolutely massive game for a lot of people. Especially Liverpool fans, Man City fans as well. Sure, they're very excited. The league status says it all. It says it all. Is it 7 points between the two at the moment? 7 points, much the same goal difference. I mean, even if Man City win, Liverpool have still got a 4-point gap on them. So it's still advantage Liverpool. But I think if Liverpool win, title gone. Title's theirs. If Liverpool draw, I still think title's theirs. So Manchester City have got to produce something here. And I think the thing about Pep Guardiola that's really interesting is that he does tend to overthink the big games. And I think if Man City were going to win this, they've got to go and play their game of football. They've got to go and play their brand of football in their way and not worry about Liverpool too much. Of course, Liverpool in the Champions League last year played City off the park in both games, even the game at the Etihad. And I think the one thing I would say is I've watched Man City play Liverpool the last 4 games. Definitely the last 4 games. I remember the first game last season when Mane got sent off. Liverpool were losing 1-0 at the time, but for me, they were the better team at the time. You've got the game, obviously, with the Champions League games, the game in the league at Anfield that Liverpool won as well. So Klopp seems to have this sort of thing over Pep. Now, I always felt Mourinho had something over Klopp up until obviously that fateful game back in December. But yeah, he definitely seems to have something over Pep. And my prediction for this is I think it's going to be a draw. Look, obviously, as a Manchester United fan, if this was a Liverpool fan, if I was a Liverpool fan and I'm watching Everton play, let's say, United, I think most Liverpool fans would want Everton to win because the rivalry with Manchester United is so big. I want Manchester City to win because I do not want Liverpool to win the league. I respect Liverpool. I think they're the best team in the league at the moment. I think they've got some fantastic players, and I think Van Dijk's amazing. He's for what it matters, I think he's the best centre back in the country, and he's certainly changed my mind. I think what Klopp's done with the team, I've done a video on this channel or my channel saying that the closest thing to what Sir Alex Ferguson was doing with the fusion of youth and British talent and American talent and European talent. He's also using the width. They're strong at the back. They score a lot of goals. It's a very good Liverpool team, but as I said, rivalry matters, and as Hakil Hull says, you want us to lose, right, Mark? Yeah, look, I might need a few of those tonight. I am not really one of those people who really goes mad about, I want them to lose, It's not really how I roll. I want Man City to win because the rivalry with Liverpool matters so much. That's ultimately what I'm going to say to everybody. But I also think that if Liverpool come here and win and deserve to win, begrudgingly, I would have to say they're worthy title favourites. And I don't want to say that, but sometimes you just got to accept what's staring you in the face, and that is the opportunity for Liverpool tonight is to go and get something historic. Because I think if they open up a 10-point gap on Man City aren't going to catch them. And then are Spurs consistent enough to do it? I don't think so, and I think the gap becomes so big for Liverpool that they can slip up. They've slipped up in the past, but a 10-point gap on Man City would be highly significant, and I don't see them dropping that. And I also think that Liverpool are in a fantastic position because if they were to draw the game, I still think that they're in a fantastic position. So I don't really think that what I want really matters. I'm excited because I think it's the game of the season. It is the game of the season, and I'm sad that it doesn't involve my club, Manchester United, but this is the game of the season. There's no doubt about it. The champions, against the favourites to be the champions. Man City have still got destiny in their hands. If there's one club that can go and win the next 10 games, it's Manchester City. But what did Man City... I mean, Man City are architects of their own downfall. Let's just talk about Man City for a moment, because they are. They are the architects of their own downfall, because they are 7 points behind Liverpool at this moment in time. But if they don't lose to Palace and Liverpool, they're a point behind them. Palace and Leicester. They're a point behind them. And then they win tonight and they're top. You know, Liverpool have done fantastically well to get themselves in this position, and nobody can deny that. But Man City have messed up big time. Who would have thought that they would lose at home to Crystal Palace? Who would have thought they'd lose to Leicester? But Leicester are not a bad team. But to lose to Palace, that's the game that's opened this right up. And I think that in the grand scheme of things, Man City have got to win this game of football. They have. They know they have. We know they have. They know they have. And sorry, I'm just reading something there. And whether they can do it or not is going to be found out by all of us very, very soon. Lots of you tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you're new. We've got lots of things planned on it over this year, 2019. It's basically the channel I do my FIFA stuff, but a lot more mainstream things going to happen on That's Football this season. So make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner and get involved. I hope we do get a few Liverpool fans on here tonight. I know, I think over the last few months, my relationship with Liverpool fans has changed a lot, because I think I always felt that, rivals needed to be enemies, and that's certainly not the case. But yeah, it's like Sam says, United fans have got to support City, and we do. And Liverpool fans shouldn't feel, in fact, I know Liverpool fans won't care. They'll absolutely love that, because they know what the rivalry between Manchester United and Liverpool is like, and they would be exactly the same. So in many ways, we're taking an L just by doing that, because we do want Man City to win, and But the lineups anyway. Let's go through the lineups. Let's start off with Liverpool. I think they deserve to be mentioned first. They are the team that everyone's trying to catch. There was some rumours that Andy Robertson wasn't going to play. He does play, so that's a boost for Liverpool. Alisson in goal. Alexander-Arnold. Lovren, potentially the weak spot because of injuries. Van Dijk, Robertson, Wijnaldum, Henderson, Milner, Salah, Firmino, Mane. It's interesting how Klopp has gone back to the Champions League team of last year that was so successful against Man City. Wijnaldum, Henderson and Milner dominated the midfield last season against Man City in them Champions League ties. He's gone back to that, which surprises me. I don't know what Liverpool fans think. Let's have a look at that. I'm surprised. I think Fabinho has been very, very good. Fabinho is the player I wanted United to sign. Fabinho is not the player that plays tonight. It's not him. It's Milner, Henderson and Wijnaldum. And I think Fabinho has been fantastic for Liverpool recently. But he's gone back for that Champions League side. So there we go. Danilo is probably starting to stop Robertson, so spank me Santa. We'll be talking about that in a moment. I just wanted to see if any... Earth to G says Lovren's not a weak spot. Only defender to play in all 3 wins v City last year, says Earth to G. Look, respect and all that to Liverpool, you're top of the league, but I think Lovren's absolutely shite. I do. I think he's absolutely shit, and I wouldn't want him anywhere near my United side. I think I think Van Dijk, superb. Robertson, superb. Alexander-Arnold, great prospect. Your front 3, amazing. Your goalkeeper's very good. Lovren, shit. So I can be really positive about a lot of Liverpool things, but I think Lovren's shit. And you need to hope that he has a good game today, because for me, he's the weak spot. Keep Metal Live E100 says, after watching the best United game so far under Ollie, I wouldn't mind seeing City win to top off a great week. Thanks for the contribution, mate. And every time Liverpool go back to a big game, they go back to that squad, says Lewis Martin. And Stuart Collins Jr., who is a Liverpool fan, says, I wanted Fabinho to play instead of Henderson. But he goes with that. A lot of people saying that Lovren's underrated. Well, I hope I'm right, obviously. Let's have a look at the Man City lineup. Ederson in goal, Danilo, Stones, Kompany, Laporte. Looks like Laporte might be playing at left back then, unless they're going to play a back five, which it doesn't look like they are. Bernardo Silva plays, Fernandinho plays, Silva plays, Sterling plays, Aguero plays, Sane plays. No De Bruyne, so I wonder whether De Bruyne is not fully fit. No Kyle Walker as well, which really does surprise me. Mahrez on the bench, Otamendi on the bench, Gabriel Jesus on the bench, and Gundogan on the bench. I mean, to be honest, I don't think that's Man City's strongest team. But I'm not a Man City fan, so I don't know why De Bruyne would not be starting. For me, their midfield three should have been Fernandinho, David Silva, and De Bruyne. But he's gone Bernardo Silva, Fernandinho, and David Silva. Now, I think Bernardo Silva, from what I've seen of him, can be in and out of the game, and I think that midfield could end up getting a bit dominated by Wijnaldum, Henderson, and Milner. So my initial thoughts are that midfield three is there to be beaten by Liverpool. The front three of Sterling, Aguero and Sane, I think is a good front three. Is it as good as Salah, Firmino and Mane? No, I don't think it is this season. But it's an interesting game. It really, really is. And I think that Leroy Sané is a player that I think's had a very mixed season for Man City. But again, I know I don't like Man City, but I do like Leroy Sané. I think he reminds me a lot of Ryan Giggs. The way his sort of balance, his left foot. I think he's a very, very good player. I don't think he's had the great season yet, but I think he's a very, very good player. Lovren said he is better than Ramos, says Ahmed. Well, Lovren said he's the best centre-back in the world, and he also said a couple of weeks ago he can see Liverpool going through the season unbeaten. So is he going to be right again? Man City are going to win 3-1, says Ashley Kramer. Yes, get your score predictions in the video. Live comments, we'll read some of those out. I think it's going to be a draw. The game starts in 19 minutes, JJ Smith. My initial thoughts are that Man City midfield is not strong enough. And actually, because I'm watching this game, I'm thinking of doing like a tactics debrief on this channel tomorrow about the game, because I think that, as I say, I think Klopp's got it up over Pep, and he's proved that over the last year or so. A lot of people saying Man City are going to win. Liverpool to win 3-1, says Vinnie Rowley. 4-2 to Liverpool, says Adam Hunt. Sane is awesome, but he plays for City, says Nick Collis. 3-3, says SDT Steve. I mean, Liverpool fans, to be honest with you, you'd take a draw, wouldn't you? You'd be over the moon with a draw. I think you've got to want to win, because that's what it's all about. But I think a draw would be absolutely superb result for Liverpool. I think they'll win the league if they get a draw, to be honest with you. I really do. I mean, you look at the league table. Liverpool are on 54 points. Spurs are on 48 points, but they played a game more. Man City on 47 points. I mean, if Liverpool beat Man City, they're 10 points clear of City and they're 9 points clear of Spurs. That's the title done for me. I don't see that. I don't see them dropping that many points, and I haven't even had a look at what Liverpool's next few fixtures are as well. But 9 points clear. And then they've got Brighton and Palace and Leicester as their next 3 Premier League games. They're not going to drop points in those games. 2 of them are at home, 1 of them's away. So they're going to get 9 points from the next 2 games and be 10 points clear. I'm sorry, but I think if Liverpool get a win or draw, then they'll die this. They'll win this game. No problems at all. But it's a massive game, and the pressure's on Man City. And I think City last season were fantastic, but when the pressure was put onto them, they choked, didn't they, in the Champions League? Obviously, the bench is very important, as JJ Smith says. The substitutes bench will be important. You look at Liverpool's bench, and I think this is one area that Klopp has definitely improved on with all the signings he made in the summer. Fabinho, Keita, Sturridge, Marino, Lallana, Mingale and Shaqiri. That's not Jose Mourinho. He's not suddenly got a job on Liverpool's bench. We're talking about that crap Spanish left back. But Lallana, Mingale, Shaqiri, what a substitute he's been, what a player, what a signing he's been. Sturridge against one of his former clubs, and Keita and Fabinho on the bench as well. And as I said, Man City, interestingly, Kyle Walker on the bench. To be honest, I think Kyle Walker's the best right back in the league. And for all those people who say Alexander-Arnold's better, well, feather in your bow tonight because he's actually starting. Kyle Walker's not. Gundogan, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Otamendi, Gabriel Jesus and Muric. I mean, Man City have got the best squad in the league, haven't they? So their bench is always going to be strong. Pressure's on Man City, says Devante, 100%. Yes. A lot of people watching, which is fantastic. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. Be nice to get up to 53,000 subscribers tonight. Lots of things going to be going on That's Football this season. Obviously, do the United stand, but I do a lot of generic football stuff as well. FIFA streams are on here, but Champions League watch-alongs we do on here. And big games we do on here as well. And I'm also going to be doing a little bit more. A lot of people have been asking me for a long time to do a video on why Hazard isn't as good as Salah. So I'm going to do that. It's going to be coming out in the next week. And I'm going to do a lot. If that does well, and there's a lot of interest in that, I'm going to start doing a few more things like that as well. More topical, general football stuff as well. So subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner, and get your notifications on. You know, I'm really proud of myself, actually. I just saw a comment there that for years I would always have replied to. Alec Mario, you are the person who said it, but no one can see your comments now because you've just been deleted from the channel. But for so many years, I would have replied to that comment there and given them airtime. 2019, I just deleted them. Good pat on the back to Goldbridge there. Don't even give them oxygen. I am a City fan tonight, Arnold, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose I am. I suppose I am a Man City. I don't even like to admit it, but look, Liverpool fans get it. United fans get it. You can't want Liverpool to win the league. Man United fans can't want Liverpool to win the league, and Liverpool fans can't want Man United to win the league. So, yeah, we did the United stand at 7:00. Fantastic Fuxak. It's on the United stand. It's our Reading preview. Very good, funny story at the start of it, actually. So give it a watch. Neat Warrior says you should do a video on why Lovren isn't better than Ramos. That'd take me all week, mate. I mean, there's so many reasons. I don't think all United fans will be wanting Liverpool to lose, you know, because I think there are some United fans out there who see Man City as a bigger rival. I don't understand that, but Hakil Hall says, I've subscribed to all your channels except the United stand, because he's a Liverpool fan, you see. There are some United fans who see Man City as a bigger rival than Liverpool. My only explanation for that is maybe they are... You know, they're United fans who live in Manchester and they're surrounded by Man City fans. I don't know. Or maybe they see the City rivalry as bigger than Liverpool. But for me, United's biggest rival has always been Liverpool. And I think it always will be. And I think that's the same with Liverpool. Not many Liverpool fans see Everton as a bigger rival than United. It's about history. It's about success. That's why that rivalry's there. It is. I don't like City. I really don't. I don't want City. I'd like Spurs to win the league. I just don't trust them to do it. I think City are the only team that can do it. Hopefully a draw, says Gurpakash Kem. Yeah, I can see why people would want a draw. I think a draw means Liverpool will still win the league, though. I don't think City can pull a 7-point gap back. I think they can pull a 4-point gap back. I don't think they can pull a 7-point gap back. But I think, you know what? Trying to take away some of the rivalries there, because as a United fan, I don't like either of these teams. But trying to take that away, and it's hard, and looking at the game as a football game, how interesting is it to see the team that was so dominant last season, won the title by loads of points, 20 points ahead of United in second, I don't know how many points ahead of Liverpool they were, absolutely annihilated the Premier League. And then Liverpool now, with Jurgen Klopp and his dyed hair and his new teeth, is it a new Liverpool team with a lick of paint? Can they come to the Etihad and be better than Manchester City? I mean, Pep sort of said they're the best team in Europe at the moment. So that's the challenge for Manchester City. Can they come and do it? And they did it last year in the Champions League, so they certainly can. What do you think, Gandalf? Don't worry, it's not my Lego. It's my daughter. She's building the Harry Potter Hogwarts thing, and she's just brought up all the little figures. Harry Potter. Oh, Abracadabra. Abracadabra. Malfoy. Anyway, get rid of those. Don't want to be seeing any of them. But yeah, hard to retain the title. The last to do it was United, says George Kyle. I mean, to be honest, George, if there's any Liverpool fans looking for a seal of approval, then I would say this. I think your midfield's going to win the midfield battle. I think Wijnaldum, Henderson and Milner are far more combative than Silva and Fernandinho. And I've always said that Man City can buy a title, but I don't think they can retain a title. And George is right. Retaining a title is very hard. It's a mental thing. Mercenaries can go and play well for a season, but can mercenaries fight and retain a title? It's I think Sir Alex Ferguson said it. It's one of the hardest things to do, and one of the biggest seal of approvals is to retain a title, because everybody wants to beat you. But I'm pretty sure he said this. The thing is that it's not about everyone wanting to beat you. It's about the mentality of the players when they've already won it to want to go and win something they've already won again. And that's a winning attitude. And Man City have always failed at that. They've won titles, but they've never retained it. My prediction, I'm going to go with a draw. I'm going to go for a draw. Jake Oliver's going to watch United play Reading. Yeah, I was going to go to that, mate. I was. And I can't go, which is a bit of an arse, bit of a pain, really. But I think it will be a good, exciting game, to be fair. And but this game tonight is very intriguing as well. How it's going to pan out. I'm intrigued to see. I've got to be honest. We are we're only 8 minutes away from kickoff. Can't wait. Let's get it on. Enough of the pretense, enough of the talk. There's a lot of United fans, there's a lot of neutral fans. Football is not good for health. My heart is beating, says Hakil Hall. You know what, I can say this. Hand on heart, I can say this. Look, the rivalries are real, but the enemies thing for me is over. And I think that, I know Liverpool fans who have been pumped about this all day. They're massively excited about it. And I can empathise with that. And I can almost put a smile on my face for you and say, you know what, enjoy it. What I can't say is I hope you win. Mad Marcus, how you doing, pal?
Good evening, mate. How are you all doing? You all right?
We're good. We've got some Liverpool fans. I don't think we've got any City fans, to be fair. I mean, they're harder to find than rocking or shit. But, we have got...
in the stadium, Mark. The top tiers are literally empty.
I tell you what, it's like those things you get in the new year, isn't it? Where people, companies are sending out these emails, grow your audience in 2019. I think Man City need to do that. Grow your fan base in 2019. 5 tips. But I've never seen a Man City fan on the That's Football Live comments. They're just not out there, are they? But there's plenty of Liverpool fans in there. Fair play. You're all welcome. Do subscribe if you're new. What's your feelings on this game in relation to taking away your United loyalty? Which way do you think it's going to
go? City, all the way for me. I hate to say it. I think City 2-1. I think Fabinho not playing for Liverpool. I think he's been playing really well lately in the last few games for Liverpool when I've seen him.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be a big miss. Obviously, Liverpool got their front three. Mane, Salah and Firmino, but I don't know. I just think without Fabinho in that midfield, I don't know. It's sort of like they lack a little bit of energy in there because Milner's getting on now, and I don't really class Wijnaldum as a CDM. And then they're left with Henderson. So I think Fabinho's unlucky to miss out, to be honest.
Yeah, I said that. I do agree with that. I mean, what I would say is, sorry, Keep Metal Alive E100 says, will there be more Formula One watch-alongs? It was never on this channel anyway, mate. It was on my channel, the Mark Goldbridge channel. That's Football. There might be. I do like my Formula One, so there might be. Let's see. It does tend to clash with football a bit, but certainly in the summer it doesn't. So maybe I'll try it out again in the summer there. What I would say about the thing, I don't know whether you were listening, Marcus. I did say that De Bruyne not playing. If we had Man City fans, we could ask why. I don't know. Maybe he's still slightly not fully fit, but I think Bernardo Silva's a weak spot in their midfield, and I think Wijnaldum, Milner and Henderson are far more physical and tenacious than Fernandinho, Silva and Silva, and I think that's an area that Liverpool might be able to dominate, and if you win the midfield battle, that could be a real problem.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the Liverpool midfield there, just to flip it. I mean, isn't that the same midfield that was the Champions League?
Yeah, it's the same midfield, but that beat them in the Champions League twice.
Yeah, so I can see the point from Klopp wanting to go with that workman, like that rough and ready, not afraid to put a foot in tackle. In that midfield. I mean, Henderson, he's no nonsense, same as Milner, any ex-City player. But yeah, I mean, David Silva. Not really. I mean, he's more of a number 10 for me. Bernardo Silva and Fernandinho, obviously being the one that's going to hold there and sit. But yeah, I think work rate. I think a bit of toughness. They'll probably want to get into that City midfield and rough them up a bit. I think.
I mean, the only thing I would say is, and I don't follow City enough to know, but maybe we're reading this wrong. Maybe John Stones is playing in the midfield again, and maybe he's playing a 3 at the back with Danilo, Laporte, and company. I don't know. I don't think he is. We'll find out very, very soon. But Thomas Gamer is a City fan. Hooray! We found one. Well done, mate. Well done. Well done. Thanks for joining us. But no real United fan wants Liverpool to win, says Jermaine Albert. No, I don't think we do. But there is an intrigue, and Zane's right. Liverpool is a very, very powerful team.
It's going to be a good game. I do think it'll be a good game.
I mean, there is that part of me is that I hope this is a good game. They're the two best teams in the league, of course, and
yeah, first and second. I mean, neither team can really, especially City, afford to drop points here. I don't think a draw will help City at all. Probably help Liverpool more.
Liverpool a point, yeah,
help Liverpool more. I mean, Pep's got to get that side out to win tonight. They really have. They bad run of form, especially against Palace. You would have expected them to win that at home, but dropping points to them, really bad. I mean, we didn't even lose to them, did we, when Mourinho was in charge? We got a draw out of it at home. So Sky have lined them up as a 4-3-3. So they got Sterling right and Sane left. I mean, Jesus as well, but I mean, he's another one could probably make an argument for to play for City tonight. But I mean, Mahrez as well. De Bruyne on the bench. They've got some really good options on the bench, City. No denying that. Alisson, what's he, like 11 or 12 clean sheets so far for Liverpool?
They don't concede many goals.
Yeah. I mean, you look at their back four as well. Liverpool's back four, Van Dijk, solid as ever. Lovren, suspect, but he does the job for them, So I'm expecting a good open game tonight. I really am.
The thing is, they are... through gritted teeth, Liverpool are the best team in the league at the moment. They are. Man City are the champions. And if Man City want to retain the Premier League trophy, they've got to win this game. I think Klopp's got the measure of Pep, and Pep has got to try and get the measure of Klopp tonight. I think it's going to be a draw. I do. But
why do you think that then? Because seeing as both teams need
because I don't think there's much between the teams. I don't. I mean, it was a draw at Anfield, wasn't it? Man City missed a late penalty. I think they're very similar, and I think I said a few minutes ago, for some reason, Man City have fucked this title race up because they lost to Palace at home, and they lost to Leicester away, and that's 6 points that they gave away. And if they had those 6 points, which you put your mortgage on them getting, they'd only be a point behind Liverpool. So, I think Man City have given the advantage to Liverpool. I think Liverpool get the draw. They'll win the league. Anon Mender says, is Marcus still dodging you on FIFA? He's just not very good, are you? Really, it's not about dodging. You're just not good enough to play me at it. I'm good now.
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to back up that comment of yours there. I am not very good at all. I've never been any good at FIFA games. No. So if anyone needs a confidence booster, feel free to play me. But don't expect me to put up a fight or anything, because I'm no good at the game.
Yeah. There's no shame in that. There's no shame in that. Huh? I'm sure if you played me at whatever you play, Call of Duty.
Yeah, exactly. Call of Duty is a different story.
I'm shite at that.
But
I can sneak up on someone on Call of Duty and try and get my gun out to shoot them in the back, and they'll still spin around and shoot me in the head. It's like, I'm terrible. Cambridge Life says it's going to be 3-2, but he doesn't know who to. So hold that thought. But we're about to start. I'll start the timer for you as soon as it kicks off. Man City versus Liverpool. The title could be decided tonight. It's as simple as that. I think if Liverpool win, it's over. If Liverpool get a draw, it's probably over. If Man City win, it's not. And we're off.
Yeah. I think if Liverpool win this, it's literally one hand on the trophy for me, I think.
It'll be a 10-point gap and a 9-point gap on Spurs. Spurs won't pull that back, and I don't think City will either.
Well, they do say it's harder to retain it, don't they, than to actually win the trophy. So, obviously, definitely. I saw Pep come out with some comment during the week saying that this City team was better than the last year's team. So, if he thinks that's true, I wonder what's gone wrong for him this season.
I really do think City's problem was that inexplicable Palace and Leicester result. I think it's cost them a lot. Sharath Kamath Fitness says, I've watched a lot of the top 6 teams this season. Man City's first team is very good, but if they miss Silva and De Bruyne, they are slow. I think they have missed out. I mean, I think De Bruyne has not hardly played all season, which is, for me, I get into lots of arguments on Twitter about this, but unashamedly, I will say Salah and De Bruyne are the 2 best players in the Premier League. And a lot of people want to put Hazard above them. No, not for me. And Man City have hardly had De Bruyne all season. And David Silva's missed a lot of time as well. So for me, that explains City's problems as well. I don't think Liverpool have really had any major injuries. I mean, I don't follow them week in, week out to know, but I don't remember a time where... I think Salah started off with a bit of a World Cup hangover, and Mane to a certain extent, but they've always been part of the team. Also with City as well, Sane, a brilliant player. He's had a very poor season. So,
I think City, when they miss De Bruyne and David Silva, they're missing that playmaker, aren't they? That link from the midfield to the strike force. So it's bringing Company back in. I think it's his first back-to-back starts I think I just saw on the screen since August or something. So you could say they've missed a bit of a leader as well this season. City attacking down the left-hand side and it's out for a throw.
Well, we're 2 minutes in and Liverpool looking like... I remember those 2 Champions League games because I think I did them as watchalongs, and I remember City, lots and lots of possession, but Liverpool just were very clever at hitting them on the break, and City couldn't get a goal. I think a lot of this game depends on whether City can get ahead, because I think if Liverpool get ahead and just hit them on the break, it works.
Yeah, Liverpool certainly got pace up front, and they really have pace to burn down the right and left hand side. I think, like you said there, if Liverpool get the 1 goal up, I'd fancy City to come back. I mean, you can never count them out, but could they go on to win the game? I'm not so sure. But it's absolutely vital for City to get the first goal tonight.
I think everybody who likes Trent Alexander-Arnold, and from an English point of view, I certainly do, what I would say is a warning sign is I think he's potentially a very, very good right-back. But I remember him playing against Marcus Rashford at Old Trafford back in March. And Rashford annihilated him. So how can he do against Leroy Sane today? Al Cucho says, I thought you got Football Manager for Christmas. I did. I actually started my first game today, Solihull Moors, because it's just down the road from me in the conference. It's not going to be what my career mode's going to be about that I do, but I was just like, I'll have a little go on it. Fucking hell. You need an encyclopedia. There's just so much to it. I had to stop after. I thought, I'll have a quick half an hour to get used to it. That's a mistake. I think I need a 6 hour thing. I'm not even got past day 1. It's like real time.
Yeah, it's so in depth, mate. It's unreal. And if you download some of the extensions that people put up on Steam, it can make it even more in depth and stuff. So it might be worth having a look at some people's preferred formations and setup and things like that online.
Yeah, I'll have a look. I mean, I'm probably going to do it as a United career anyway when I do start streaming. But at the moment, I'm still on the holidays really anyway, because next week is when I'm properly back to sort of all that stuff, and the FIFA stuff will be back then as well. So, but this game...
did hear you say just now you can't go to the Reading game. What was that?
No, I was going to go to it, but I just never got round to sorting it out because of things going on Saturday. I'm actually going to a family do on Saturday night, so it's just never going to work out. So.
Oh, okay. But I didn't mean to be nosy. I thought it might have been like you didn't have anyone to do the stream or something.
No. I know you can do it. Yeah. So it's all City at the moment. Refs played on here. I think there's an injury to Robertson, who looked like he might not be playing anyway. I think City will knock this out because they are well, that's bad refereeing, that is. We saw this last night with the United game. Anthony Taylor here, he plays on when Robertson's injured, and then he goes and stops it. And I think Robertson's injury is actually is not a head injury. I might be wrong.
No, it's not.
No. Well, no, he is holding his face, but I don't know why he's holding his face. Oh no, I think he gets one in from the mouth from Fernandinho there. Might be one for some retrospective action. Yeah.
Interesting. I think there was a foul on Sterling before that incident. But
Man City have started off on the front foot as we would expect. Liverpool bit quiet, but obviously that's why they've got Milner and Henderson and Wijnaldum there, the grafters. Robertson could have died. Certain red cards are still punished. This is why, for me, just because you're a Liverpool fan, you're not an enemy, because banter across football, I love it. So, yeah, it's a bit like when Ashley Williams blasted that ball against Van Persie and Sir Alex Ferguson said he could have died. But Robertson's all right, and Man City have got the ball back. But it is, you know, I think you've got to be a very certain type of fan not to watch this game tonight. I mean, as a United fan, we don't like either of these teams, but to not watch it, it's just a massive game, isn't it? And, you know, this is where we want United to get back to, but you can't close your mind off to what are the two best teams in the league just because you're pissed off that your team's not there. It's about watching games like this and understanding how we get there. And I think even though United have played really well the last 4 games, I still think even under Ollie, we'd get beat by these two teams because these two teams have got really good players, 1 to 11. I think yesterday we watched that game and we were like, yeah, there's 5 or 6 really good players for United there, but there's 3 or 4 who've had a right bad game. And United need to get back to, I think they've got the philosophy now, but they need to now start getting the players in as well.
You know, I think if it's at Old Trafford, I wouldn't discount us.
Oh no, I can't wait for those games. Yeah, and we've got them both to come to Old Trafford, haven't we? We could beat them both. Could have a massive say in the title, actually.
It could do, yeah. And you know, I'm going to imagine that we're going to need the points anyway to cement the top 4 if we're in there.
Well, to be honest, it might not have a big say on the title because we could beat them both, and then there's no advantage to either of them. But you're right. I think we'll be in a position where we need to beat both of them, and I would never advocate. I mean, if United were in a position where they knew if City win, Liverpool don't win the league, I think there are some United fans who would say, yeah, let's do it. I'm not. I think, we've got to sort our own business out. And part of me thinks if Liverpool win the league, it's the kick up the arse United probably need. But for the board, definitely. Really, to spend the money. But Liverpool have got their first attack here.
Yeah. Cross into the box. Oh.
Deflected off, was it Company?
Deflected off.
Angry Brothers made a contribution. Says, where is FIFA live streams coming back, mate? They will be back, mate. Probably going to be next week now. Because it's just because of Christmas and stuff. It's like, everything will be back to normal. The decks will be down. They're already down at Marcus's house. Yeah,
they are. He's still trying to play out.
I hope you don't sing the 12 Days of Christmas in your house. Because if you do...
I don't.
Good, because you could only sing up to the 5th day of Christmas, because that's when you take your Christmas decks down. None of the, if you take your Christmas decorations down before January the 6th, you're not allowed to sing the 12 Days of Christmas because you're a fraud, you're a fake. The 12 Days of Christmas are from December the 25th to January the 6th. And if you've took your decorations down now...
I take it you sing it in your house, then, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because I do keep them up to the
have it on in the car, blaring out the windows.
12 Days of Christmas, yeah. What annoys me, and to be fair, I know you put yours up only just before Christmas. What annoys me the most is these people who put them up in the middle of November, and then they take them down the day after Boxing Day. I'm like, you haven't got a fucking clue.
No, they're so eager to put them up, aren't they, and to be like the first people in the street.
Yeah, and then they take them down when it's Christmas.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Liverpool, do you know what? I've not really been impressed with Liverpool in the opening 10 minutes here. They've not done anything at all. They're just sitting back, hoping to capitalise on Man City's mistakes.
Liverpool have won a lot of games like this season. I remember them playing Palace at the start of the season, and they won 1-0, and they weren't very good. But because they can keep clean sheets, often one goal's enough. I mean, look. I said this at the time. We were talking. I don't know whether we were doing a watch-along or we just caught it. The Merseyside derby at Anfield, Pickford.
Yeah.
That was a draw. Liverpool should have 2 points less than they've got. Pickford literally gave them the win. He gave them 2 points, that deserved to be a draw, and they won it. And that's what I mean about Liverpool. They don't always play well, but they do tend to win.
Yeah, definitely. They've had a bit of luck. I mean, that Pickford incident gifted them the 3 points. Yeah, but I mean, sometimes they play such good football, and then it's always a bit of a disappointment to see them play defensively or counter-attack style. But I suppose the difference in opposition tells, doesn't it, between like Crystal Palaces and obviously the Leicesters and then Man City. So I fancy Man City to obviously dominate possession, dictate the game. I think Liverpool they're sitting back a little bit too deep for my liking.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of empty seats there, isn't there? And we're only
seeing
the bottom tier.
Yeah,
that's
there is.
Embarrassing. There's so many empty seats. That is an embarrassment. It really is. I'm sorry.
I mean, if you can't sell out a game like this, I think you're in troubles. I mean, I'm just seeing the second tier there, absolutely empty. Absolutely empty. What's the capacity of their stadium?
I think it's around 60,000.
Can't even back it out. Kwesi King says Liverpool still pressing. Look, they're pressing, yeah, but they're not pressing high up. They're allowing Man City's centre backs and even Fernandinho to pick the ball up and to play. I mean, Edison's just got the ball here, just looking for a pass. Firmino's just standing in front of him.
United don't get empty seats at Old Trafford. Not like this. Not in a game like this.
We had empty seats
Mourinho,
under Jose.
we did start to get empty seats in games against Palace and stuff like that, and meaningless fucking young boys. Man City, Man United sell out. Man City, Man United, Liverpool sell out. Arsenal sell out. There's not an empty seat in the stadium. We're only looking. I mean, I'm only looking at 3 tiers there, and I can count 50 empty seats.
Kia, no, I didn't, mate. What was it? I didn't see that. Did you see Blin's tweet?
Who?
Daily Blin's tweet?
No.
I haven't seen it. No. Don't know yet.
Anyway, we're 12 minutes in. No clear-cut chance for either team at the moment. I think Liverpool are coming into it a little bit more than they were.
Well, City are definitely the more threatening. I mean, Aguero's had nothing of any service yet. Saying that, here we go. Mane.
Tackled easy.
Good tackle. Yeah, good tackle.
That's Bernardo Silva, who I said is not very physical, actually.
Yeah.
Getting stuck in with the tackle there. Is there any more in the fridge?
Yeah. Oh. Sane's seeing a lot of the ball down left-hand side. Oh, dear. I'm good. Hope you're all right. Are you, Luca? But yeah, no chances yet. Nothing clear cut. Not even any half chances, to be honest. City having the majority of the possession. Sterling's coming to the centre of the front three now. Sane, a loose pass here, but Aguero's going to chase it. So how was your trip at Centre Parks then, Mark?
I told you last night.
Yeah? You enjoyed yourself?
Yeah. I've already booked it for next year.
So it's a yearly thing, yeah?
Well, it has been for the last 2.
Oh, okay. Who's that? Wijnaldum on the right? Yes, more. Mum says to me, did you ever swing from a rope from the trees pretending to be Tarzan while you was there?
No, you can pay to do that though.
You can pay to do that, like.
Oh, God.
They've got all them tree things and aerial slides and all that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're walking along, or you're going along your bike, and if you look in the trees above you, there's all bloody people climbing up through them. And you have to pay for the privilege.
Didn't fancy doing it then?
I would do, but the people I go with, they've got young kids as well. So with mine and that, if you took them up, you can take them up there, but it take bloody ages to get around there, and that's good drinking time for me.
Yeah.
We tend to just go in the pool and go on the rapids and stuff, and then give the kids a bit of money to play pool. And they've got like a sports bar, so it's just, you can watch loads of football.
Oh, okay. A relaxing retreat then.
Yeah.
Not very exciting, this game.
Yeah, I think it's playing into Liverpool's hands, this. I know you've not said that they've not started very well, but I think Liverpool are very happy with this.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, the draw suits them better, doesn't it? But I mean, I would have thought City would have come out and been a bit more attacking, a bit more direct. They seem to be quite happy just pissing about with the ball at the back. Aguero's in his own half there. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Oh, Silva's had a good nab at Wijnaldum there.
Cagey games, says Darren Ford. Yeah, couldn't have put it better myself. We're going to try and get to 53,000 subscribers tonight. So if you are new to That's Football, I know some of you will be, please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. It's our channel where we just cover general stuff. So obviously we've got the United stand, but I do watch a lot of other football, and we do Champions League stuff. We do the big games as well. I put my FIFA stuff on here as well. We've got lots of things that we want to do on this channel over 2019, and obviously it's not club specific, so everybody can get involved. So make sure you subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. Good little interchange between Firmino and Salah.
Mane's in.
And Mane's in.
Oh,
off the post.
Oh!
And off the line!
Jeez.
And not a goal either. Bloody hell, Man City. What went wrong there? It was a really good bit of play between Salah and Firmino. They put Mane in. He put it past the goalkeeper, and Mane hit it onto the post. And then there was a clearance, I think, from Laporte, which hit Ederson, and it's going in. And then they cleared it off the line. I don't know how that doesn't go in. Liverpool, that's what I mean. Liverpool done nothing, but they should be 1-0 up. How did it not go in, Gary O'Connor? We haven't seen yet, because I thought it was going to be one of those it's over the line things, but should have been 1-0, Marcus, that.
Should have, yeah, definitely. Great opportunity for Liverpool there to get the first goal, but just how that does not go in, I don't know. The ricochet comes off Ederson, looks like he's going in for an own goal. I think it was John Stones then who cleared it off the line.
Well,
but yeah, I think. A great
I thought
bit
Mane's was in. I didn't think it hit the post and come back. I thought he'd scored, to be fair.
Yeah. Great bit of interchange, though, between, I think it was Firmino and Salah, wasn't it? At the beginning of it. Seeing it back now. Salah picks it up into Firmino, back to Salah.
It's lovely play by Liverpool.
Yeah.
Mane should
Onside.
score. Hits the post.
Stones
Laporte
clears
hits it against Ederson. And then,
Oh.
how is that not over the line? Well, it can't be over the line. It looks like it's over the line, but it can't be over the line because they've got the bloody goal line thing, haven't they?
I think that, do you know what? I think that's over.
Well, it can't be because... but it bounces on the line and he hasn't even cleared it yet, so...
When he's cleared it off the line, it looks from that angle that the ball is actually over the line.
Well, a lot of people saying it was a goal. It can't be a goal because they've got the thing. They've got that bloody thing that did me on FIFA, haven't they? It's not over the line. It's not over the line. It is. Oh, Aguero needs to look to his left there. I think Lovren's got to go in the book as well because Sane would have been in one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's a good tackle. It can't be a red. I don't know what Bernardo Silva's moaning about. It can't be a red, but it's one way you take it for the team here. Aguero rides past the tackler Lovren and he would have had Sane in. Told you Lovren's your weak spot, Liverpool fans.
Yeah, he's not even going for the ball there with that challenge. Just one thing only on his mind to take him out.
This is a game, says Active Dan. It certainly is. I want to see that Stones one. I mean, it can't be over the line like John Miller says. It's got to be the whole ball, but it must be a big proportion of that ball over the line because it bounces on the line, and John Stones hasn't even touched it yet. So, interesting.
Thing with that attack as well from City just now. If Aguero looked left, Sane was absolutely open.
Yeah, he should have played that sooner, to be fair.
Oh, Aguero's in. Oh.
Why didn't he hit it first time?
Offside.
Well, it's a good game. If you forget your hatred for Liverpool and Man City as a United fan, it's actually a good game. And I say,
here we go.
Goal decision system.
Whoa, that's a goal. No, it's not.
Bloody hell. Come on.
Millimetres.
That is literally...
you
could not get a close... I mean, to be honest, that wouldn't be a goal anyway, would it? You know, let's go back 5 years before the goal line system. That wouldn't have been given anyway. So Liverpool are literally about a centimetre from not getting a goal there. But I did say that. It definitely wouldn't be over the line because that's what the system's there to stop. But it was very fucking close. Very close indeed.
Close.
Literally, I'd say 95% of the ball was over the line.
Yeah. Yeah. Sane's in. No one's in the middle, though.
But it's a good game. It was over the line, says Alex R. Stuart Collins, that's clearly a goal. Ref is a United fan. Well, the computer's a United fan, I'll tell you that.
Opening up a bit now, so I mean, both teams have had opportunities now.
We want it to open up, don't we? We want a good game.
Yeah. I mean, City should have woken up long before now. They're playing at home. They're too cagey, I think. They're not taking many risks.
I think Aguero's the best striker in the Premier League, but I do think he holds on to the ball too long.
He changes his hair every week, you'll find.
Got so much money.
I swear it was blonde the other day when they played. Now it's white. Sane out on the left.
Well, Liverpool fans at the moment will be... You're in that situation where you're like, I can't bloody believe it. Can't bloody believe it.
It's almost as if like you're willing the ball to go over the line. Yeah. You know, it's that close.
Tony Novo says it's a goal. Mate, I feel your pain because if that was United, I'd be like, I can't fucking believe it. But it's, you know, by the letter of the law, it's not over the line.
So Milner's looking his age now.
Well, we both said I'm surprised Fabinho's not playing, and I think Milner and Wijnaldum's fine, but I don't know whether Henderson's better than Fabinho, to be honest. I really don't, and I think that is, Liverpool fans will tell you what they think about that. We're not Liverpool fans, we don't know, but I was quite surprised Fabinho didn't play. I mean, I've always been a big fan of his. Man City on the attack here with Laporte, and Liverpool will get that clear.
Poor pass. He's only a couple of yards away from Aguero, and he can't even play it into his feet. Sane's hugging that left-hand side. He's trying to
Kicked
cut in,
by
but
Sane.
yeah,
He's a good player. Aguero looking to get a shot in.
got to lay up the
Bernardo
back.
Silva, good clearance. See Van Dijk there, reads the cross really, really well. He's made a massive difference to Liverpool this year. I mean, you're in a title race, whether people like it or not, and I do think Van Dijk is fundamental to that, because the amount of clean sheets Liverpool keep is down to his brilliance, really, and his leadership. And, you know, he must be worth already this season at least 7 or 8 points for them.
He's grown and he's matured since his move. He's become an absolute rock at the back for him. Absolute rock. He's probably, for Klopp, the first name on the team sheet every week. I mean, you know, you got the Salahs and obviously Mane, but I mean, as a defender, as a leader, a vocal point of the team, he's got to be the first names on there. So Liverpool just knocking it around the back at the minute. Alisson out to the left. Flicked on. Oh, a bit late on Mane there by Stones. Get up, Mane. It wasn't that bad.
Get a yellow card for that. A few people are saying they're enjoying it. Look, yeah, we're thinking about doing more of these this season. We always do the Champions League ones, but I'm just having a quick look at what the sort of next fixtures are. I don't think we'll do an FA Cup game, because FA Cup third round's not really exciting, is it? But what do we got? Obviously, we're doing United Spurs on the United stand anyway, but there's not really anything in the next round of games. Chelsea, Newcastle, Arsenal, West Ham, Everton, Bournemouth, Man City, Wolves. The following week, Arsenal, Chelsea. Yeah, that's probably
be a good one. Yeah,
Arsenal, Chelsea,
London derby.
5 on a Saturday. Yeah, and then you got Arsenal, Cardiff. Yeah, we'll do that.
Looking forward to the next round of the Champions League games. Very interested to see how far Spurs go.
Who've Spurs got? I know Liverpool have got buy-in. Obviously, United, PSG is going to be good. I think City got Schalke, didn't they? I can't remember who Spurs got. Yeah, Dortmund. I think they got Dortmund.
I think it was a German team. Yeah, yeah. Liverpool got Bayern Munich, didn't they? So.
Well, make sure if you subscribe if you're new, bottom right-hand corner. Lots of things going on. That's football. Everybody's welcome on it. Well, everyone's welcome on the United stand, to be fair, but obviously it's very Manchester United specific, whereas on here we're more generic, and we do, obviously United fan, I can't cheer for Liverpool, but we have been very, and we will be very even-handed, because that's, that's what it's all about. I think Liverpool should be winning this game. I mean, I've seen bigger flies than that. It was literally a hair's breadth from being 1-0 up. I mean, unbelievable amount of ball on the line, but those are the rules. You can't argue with it. There's no cheating there. It's just ridiculously close. Spurs have performance, says Amadou.
Yeah, City want to think themselves lucky at the minute.
They've not had the chance, have they? City? A lot of the ball,
no.
Very similar to the Champions League games, actually. City having all the ball, and City can ping the ball around fantastically well, but if they can't get that first goal, here is Sterling into the box. If they can't get the first goal, here we go. Why didn't he hit it first time?
No, he should have hit that. Yeah.
Well, that was City's chance with
David Silva as well.
Yeah, don't take a touch.
It was on his left foot.
I'm telling you now, for anybody who plays football, anyone who plays football, anyone who's young or old or still playing, if the ball comes to you in the box, fucking smash it. Do not take a touch. Sorry, everybody. It did that to me last night as well. It's because I've got so much stuff open on my computer. But we're back now. Hi, Marcus. You're right.
You're all right, yeah.
Yeah, this happened last night. It's me. I leave so many things open on my computer that it uses up a lot of CPU. And we're back. We're back. Just refresh your stream. Thanks, everybody. But I forget what we were going to talk. Yeah, I might do Chelsea versus Spurs next week, actually, in the League Cup. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
If there's a game I'm going to watch, may as well do a watch along. That's my strategy for this year.
No, I thought the same thing today. I thought, I'm going to watch that game. So, I'll jump on with you. But City with 64% possession, Liverpool 36. But again, City haven't really, apart from that David Silva chance, they've not really created anything. Loose ball there from...
Oh, good tackle by Company.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's going to get carded for it.
I think he'll give him a red.
He got the ball.
Tell you what, Man City, that was a heart in mouth moment there, because we'll watch this back, and I'm always going to be fair. That's a yellow, mate. That is a yellow. I'm anti-Liverpool, but that's a yellow card. You can't tackle like that.
Yeah.
100%.
Feet off the ground.
Should have been a red. I think it could have been a red. I thought it was going to be a red. I know a lot of people want to say, oh, Salah's a diver and that, but, Company should have got a red there. He should. I'm going to be totally fair.
Yeah, both feet off the ground, lunged in, scissor kick. Yeah, definitely a red. That should have been. If you look at what Bailly got yesterday for a red.
Eric Bailly was way less than that.
Yeah.
And, it's like I had it in my mouth to say then, I thought he was going to send him off. I had it in my mouth to say then, the referee's just decided the title. And in some ways he might have, because if Man City now go on to win this, Company should have been sent off. This is what, I don't want Liverpool to win because they're our biggest rival, but I will never be blinded by crap decisions. And the reality is Company should have been sent off there. You can't tackle like that. You can't. It's a scissor tackle. He's stretching. It's a red. I'm sorry.
Definitely. Oh,
And then you're right, Marcus, as well, because in the context of Manchester United, Eric Bailly got sent off last week, and Eric Bailly's tackle was nowhere near as bad as that.
Yeah,
and it was, and also Salah was through. So
yeah, if you look at Ashley Young's tackle, the game before last, it was 2-footed off the ground by the corner flag, and he just got a yellow for it. I mean, to me, that should have been a sending off as well, because it was dangerous. Feet off the floor, 2-footed. But yeah, I mean, that should definitely have been a red card there.
I think as soon as he blew, that's a red anyway. Without even seeing it, I thought just if he thinks that's a foul, he's going to give a red.
Sané's in, ran it back.
Sané.
Way by Van Dijk.
Active Dan says it's a yellow at best.
Yeah. Stiga says there's nothing wrong with that.
Chris Joseph says Eric Bailly's tackle was worse.
Oh. Salah diving again. 800 sport.
This is what we love about this channel. That's football. It's all about different opinion.
Yeah.
Foul here. He's a moany little shit, isn't he, Bernardo Silva?
He is, isn't he? Yeah.
Little man syndrome.
Got a bit of a temper on him, hasn't he?
Yeah. It's like one of them little dogs, isn't he? Like the little dogs are always
Jack
the
Russell.
ones. The Jack Russell. They're the ones who are always antagonistic, causing the fight. And the big dogs are normally quite, I can't be asked to get involved. They'll take enough shit and then they go, rawr.
Can't wait for the Champions League starts. I'm absolutely chomping at the bit to see how Ollie prepares United for PSG.
Well, the thing is, we had no chance, and now we've got a chance. We're still massive underdogs, of course, but we've got a chance.
Yeah.
A Mourinho team's got no chance. I mean, Liverpool lost to PSG. They're a good team.
Yeah. I forgot to ask you at the start, Mark. Jared's free. If you want him, come on, second half, all three of us.
I don't want to. I don't want to risk the old lag. To be honest. And to be honest, I really do like Jared. We had a great laugh on the last watch along, but I'm not a big fan of 3 anyway. I don't think 3s work.
Okay.
In some areas, a threesome's good, but not on.
They are quite fun sometimes in the right setup.
Do I rate Bernardo Silva, Callum Roberts? You know, he was linked to United before he went to Man City, and I think he's. Funnily enough, I've got it on one. I've got a film Transfer Daily, which goes up at 7 a.m. every morning on the United Stand through the transfer window, and one of the topics I'm talking about is a couple of players we've been linked to who are effectively number 10s, and Bernardo Silva, to me, I just think Mata is a great player that's been wasted at United. He was a brilliant number 10, and he spent most of his time at United stuck out on the right wing, and I just don't think United have got a great history with players like David Silva's, Bernardo Silva's, Christian Eriksen's, that sort of player. They're brilliant players, but they don't really suit what United do, if that makes sense. And
yeah,
we just don't have a great success rate with those sort of players.
I always find as well, United don't really have a good history with the Brazilian players, do they?
No. I hope Fred plays against Reading, actually.
Yeah, this is the thing, yeah.
Somebody just said Liverpool's happy with a draw. Jonas said it, actually. Oh, wouldn't you be? You've played both games against Man City and you've got a 7-point lead. You know, biggest thing for Liverpool is not to get beat. The thing I like about Liverpool in this game is that they're playing, not to get beat, but they're all, they're not parking the bus. They're thinking, opportunities will come in. They're going to show you this again. I mean, John Stones does fantastically well because the ball bounces on the line and he's still not clipped it back yet.
Yeah. That is so close to being a goal. I've never seen a decision as close as that. Even in the World Cup, it was, never saw anything like that. So close to being the opener for Liverpool. I think as well, even if they go 1-0 up, Mark, I don't think they'll change their approach to the game either.
No.
They'll still they'll stay the same.
Attack here with Salah, actually. Company and Lovren on a yellow card as well. Keep an eye on that one because here we go, Sane at full tilt, and that'll be a foul.
When Yalden took him down, yeah.
He might get booked. He will. You've got to be careful about the reds as well. Red cards could be key.
Oh, well, I wouldn't put it past that off in this game. Seems like the referee wants to card every challenge that's going at the minute. But Liverpool will definitely be the happier out of the two with the scoreline at the minute.
I think it's, I think one of the best games that always gets touted about in Premier League history was Liverpool-Newcastle. And I think that was the year we won the title. I can't remember whether that was the year where we pulled back from 12 points behind.
Yeah.
So Liverpool actually did us a favour if that was the year. But, that was a good game. But the big games, they never sort of... They tend to be cagey affairs for sure.
Did I read it right that Jardim's gone to China today?
I'm sure he has, yeah. I don't know whether it's been officially announced yet, but yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It amazes me the amount of people who go to China. I mean, I remember Oscar and Ramirez, both in their sort of prime years off to China. And then there's that Carrasco as well, the Belgian lad. I think he was only 24 off to China. I mean, it's great, go and earn a lot of money in it, but, to be honest with you, you know what it's like? It would be like me quitting the United Stand to go and run a fucking Reading fan channel because they pay me $1 million a year. That's what it would be. That is the equivalent of it. Yeah. I just don't get me. Leave the United Stand to come and run a Reading fan channel, but we'll give you $1 million a year. I mean, obviously... I don't earn anywhere near that doing the United Stand, so it would be life-changing. But I wouldn't bloody do it because it's like some things are more important than money, aren't they? But that's what I think about anybody who goes to China. Good run by Sane here. Good save by Alisson. Sterling's
got it.
Sterling's gone on a trip of the Etihad here. There's plenty of seats, mate.
He wanted it on his right foot there. Didn't really trust his left.
The chance has gone, really. And Van Dijk's
Aguero's
always
gone
going to put a
down.
header against Aguero. Sane definitely looks up for it.
Sin.
Oh my God! What a finish by
goal.
Aguero. He is the man, isn't he? LB says, I lost my dog on Friday, Mark. You're just about the only thing keeping me going. Cheers, mate. All the best, mate. It's never nice to lose a dog. And I hope you find... I presume he's actually dead. I thought he meant you'd lost it. I mean, rest in peace, your dog. And Sharesk Math Fitness says, these two teams are coached better than us. We have good enough players. We've been mildly manipulated to believe that our players are not good enough. Well, it's 1-0 to Man City. He is probably one of the few players in the world off his left foot who scores from this angle, Marcus. We thought the chance had gone away. The cross comes in from Laporte. Van Dijk clears it. Aguero goes down like he's injured. He must get up to get back up because Bernardo Silva carries the run. And then Aguero pops in front of Lovren, and that's why Lovren's shit. I mean, he really does.
Look at that for an angle.
Oh.
I mean, the keeper, Alisson.
You can't blame the keeper.
I don't know, mate. I think his hand is inches away from it.
I think Lovren's blind, and Aguero's just done what Aguero does there. The finish is just rocket. It's thunderstruck.
I think the speed.
The arse off that.
Yeah, the speed of it has beaten Alisson, but I don't know. I think he could have made a bit more of an effort there. But like you said, I mean, it goes back Lovren sleeping there.
I think it's the power of the shot.
Yeah.
But that's Aguero for me. That's why Aguero is the best striker in the league. Because he off his left foot especially, his finishing ability is just unbelievable. And Lovren's gone to sleep. Lovren goes to sleep. I said this. Loads of Liverpool fans were in the live comments saying, oh, he's fine. I said he's shit. And he is. He's terrible defending there. Phil Jones-esque. What colour boots is he wearing? But I'll tell you what, as we approach half-time, Man City have got the goal, which I think is massively important for them to be in the lead in this game. But if you're a Liverpool fan, you'll be like, how did that not go over the line? And was that a red card for company? You know.
I think now Liverpool will have to... Yeah, please, man. I think now Liverpool have got to change their approach now because they've only had the one opportunity, which it should have been a goal, but obviously it wasn't. But apart from that chance, they've not really done anything in this half. Neither have Man City, to be fair. They've both been, pacing each other out and testing each other, see what each other's about. But Man City obviously have got the goal up now, so Liverpool are going to have to push forward a little bit more than what they're doing. Be a bit more risk-taking. I think if Man City get the second, I think it's probably game over.
I think Sane has been very good in this game as well. As I said, a mixed season for him so far, but he's really causing Liverpool problems down that left-hand side. And I'm not going to say he's causing Trent Alexander-Arnold problems, because Sane is a player I was talking about before the game. He's not been good this season, but on his game, I think he's one of the best left-sided players in the world. And
the thing that I've noticed here in the first half is when Sane is hugging that touchline, one of the Liverpool's midfield three have got to go out there to him. Yeah. So that's allowing Sterling then to come into the centre, play in the central role behind Aguero.
I wonder what Liverpool fans think, actually. Is this, I spoke about this when the team news came out. I was surprised that Fabinho didn't play. And obviously, not being a Liverpool fan, my sort of justification was that he's gone back to the team that he trusts from the Champions League and that Milner, Henderson, Wijnaldum thing. But is this a game too far for them, Liverpool fans? Have they got it? Realistically, should you be evolving? Should you be playing Fabinho? I don't know. It's been an equal half.
I think the worst out of that midfield three for me in this first half has been Milner. I think he's just looked like a bit of a headless chicken sometimes in that midfield three. Just absolutely getting bypassed by the pace of.
I don't actually rate Henderson anyway. I think he's. Why? I just don't. I thought in the World Cup he did okay, but I just don't. I've never really rated Henderson. I think he's an okay CDM, but I don't think he's You know,
he's not the greatest, is he?
I
But
think
he
Matic is
does.
better than him. So, yeah,
That's a bit of a stretch.
well, no, I do think Matic is better than Henderson, and I don't rate Matic either. But I'm not knocking Liverpool. I'm saying Fabinho is a player I wanted United to sign. I think from what I saw him against United, I can't understand why you're not playing him. I think he's streets ahead of Henderson, but I don't watch it week in, week out. Maybe Liverpool fans think differently, but and the Lovren thing, it's not your fault. You know, you've got injuries. Matip's injured. Joe Gomez was doing fantastic. He's injured. You've got to play with what you've got to get. You know, he's probably your fourth choice centre back. You've got to play him.
Have you heard anything about Liverpool being linked to anyone in January?
Well, Koulibaly apparently, but I can't see them spending 90 million.
Well, that was unlucky. If that ball had gone through past Van Dijk there, Sterling was in. But Liverpool, I think they got to up their game. They got a couple of wayward passes in these last few minutes.
Second half's going to be very, very interesting because Liverpool have got to try and get something out of it. And that should open it up for City, who, let's not forget, have got De Bruyne on the bench.
Yeah, De Bruyne's on there. Jesus is on there. Mahrez as well. I mean, Sane, I think, he's done okay in the first half. He has done okay.
Yellow
he's
card
not
here for Laporte, I think.
Is
I
Sane
think Mark Nobley's better than Henderson, says George Ramos. Milner's just got clattered here by Laporte.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a yellow card, that is.
Yeah. See, if that's a yellow, then surely Company should have been a red.
Josh Hickey keeps saying, why this channel, Mark? Do I have to answer that? Why would I do Man City versus Liverpool on the United stand?
Added time, there is 2 minutes, and we're just coming up to the 47th minute now.
Unknown Baby says something I wouldn't know. He says Jordan Henderson's actually a leader on the pitch. Is he the captain? Well, if he's the captain, that's, you know, we were having this discussion at United at the moment about does the captaincy actually matter? I think it does. So if Henderson's like your captain, then
Van Dijk,
obviously
I'll tell you what, great header away by Fernandinho, and that's end of the half.
A lot, doesn't he? 1-0 to Man City at half time, and there'll be a lot of people quite happy with that. Liverpool fans, I don't feel your pain at all, but I do. What I would say is that I do think Company should have been sent off, and you're literally probably half a centimetre from being 1-0 up. Wild Laser's right. Goldbridge is better than Matic and Henderson. Yes, I am a better CDM than them. And if they want tips, I'm available probably in February. I can give them 10 minutes of my time. But 1-0 to Man City at half time. Aguero. That's the quality, isn't it? You know, that's why Aguero plays for Man City, and Josh King doesn't, because, you know, and I'm not picking on Josh King. It could be Danny Ings or whoever. When you've got that level of quality, they can produce a goal out of nothing like that, and it's that is the difference at the moment. A couple of decisions that were very, very interesting, but
it's been quite a, I wouldn't say tight, but it has been a very defensive performance from Liverpool. I think in that first half, they've looked like they're playing for the draw. They're not really attacking like they would do at Anfield, which is, you know, fair play to them. You know, they're away from home. They want to try and get a result. But you would think now, going in at 1-0 down at half time, Klopp's got to change something. And I think the change has got to come in that midfield three. There's way too many defensive players in that midfield three. You know, you don't need all three of them against Fernandinho and the two Silvers.
I think, to be fair to Liverpool, though, I mean, what they've done is what they did in the Champions League last year. It's keep it tight at the back, win, you know, be combative in the midfield, and then hit City on the break. And to be honest with you, Mane hits the post. You know, we've not mentioned that one because the next phase of play is the ball nearly goes over the line. But Mane hits the post from a very good move between Salah and Firmino, and Mane hits the post, and then straight after that, the ball nearly goes over the line. If Liverpool score that, we're sat here going 1-0 Liverpool at half-time. The game plan is there again. Man City can't break them down, and Liverpool have hit them on the break. And I think that worked very well for Klopp and Liverpool last year against Man City. What's happened tonight is they haven't had that rub of the green. And Man City have gone up the other end and they're 1-0 up. And there's not a lot between the two teams. I think the second half is going to be very interesting. I personally think, if I was looking at it from a Liverpool point of view, you can't do anything about Lovren. I tweeted it out.
No.
Who's the bigger liability, Lovren or Phil Jones? Because they've always got a mistake in him. Doesn't prevent them having bad games. Sometimes they'll have good games, but they always seem to make mistakes. And the red card, as Pauline Garcia says, clear red card. I think we both agree with that. We're going to see it at half time.
Yeah.
But for me, as a Man United fan, I saw Eric Bailly got sent off last week. Well, we both did. And I was pissed up in Centre Parks, and I was like, well, you want a bit of passion. But when I sobered up and watched it back, I was like, well, it was a bit reckless, refs giving him a red card. If Eric Bailly's is a red card, then Kompany's is a red card. I don't care what anybody says, and I'm no Liverpool fan, of course, but I do think it was a red card. And at that point, in that time, in that game, if that is given, then Man City are down to 10 men with 10 men with 0-0. It's a massive, massive opportunity for them, isn't it? But I don't know. Is there any justification that it wasn't a red?
No, I don't think so. I think, Company's got in there. Both feet are off the ground. It's a scissor tackle.
Well, Brandon Duffy got it right. I think we both thought this as well. I've got to shout Brandon out for this. He says it looked a great tackle in real time, but it's 100% a red. And, the referee didn't let it go. I think we would have let it go from what we saw on the telly. But he knows it's a foul, and then to only give a yellow, I think the ref's bottled it, really. If he thinks that's a foul, then he's got to give a red.
Definitely. There's an argument there to say he's the last man as well, because there's only the goalkeeper behind him. Would John Stones have got across to cover? I don't think he would have. These are decisions that, the VAR would clear it up, wouldn't they, really? I
think it's a bit like that Newcastle tackle last night we were talking about. Lascelles on Herrera. Well, no, Lascelles didn't get the ball either. I think it was the Pogba one, wasn't it, where he gets the ball, but he's off the ground. I think people get lost in this. Just because you get the ball doesn't mean you can't get a red card. If the tackle is reckless, and the only reason you make the tackle is because you are reckless, it's a red. It doesn't matter whether you get the ball. And I look forward to seeing it again at half time, but I felt that was a red. Obviously, Liverpool, I think if I was a Liverpool fan, you can't moan about the ball not crossing the line, because it would have been lucky. I mean, it was John Stones kicking the ball against the keeper. You'd be more critical of Mane. Should Mane score that chance that he hits the post? But a couple of decisions for there. That's football, isn't it? Subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to 53,000 subscribers, so if you've not subscribed, get involved. Loads of things going to be going on this channel over the next year. Champions League watch-alongs, big game watch-alongs. I am going to be doing my Salah versus Hazard video very, very soon as well, because people have been asking about that. But subscribe and get involved. You're all very, very welcome. In fact, you are all very welcome, no matter who you support, because that's the whole point of it. So get your comments in. We'll be looking at some of those. But we're just watching the Aguero goal back here. Gets himself just back onside, and Lovren just goes to sleep, really.
Yeah. But, if you look at the goalkeeper's arm here, Mark, when he comes in, his hand is centimetres away from the ball, but like you said, it's the pace of the ball there. Look, should his hand be that far away from the? I
think he's got the time to get his hand up, but
he puts his hand up in the wrong position. If he's got his hand
where the ball goes and the ball goes to the where his hand is, it's still a goal, isn't it? It's just he can't move his hand. He can get his hand up, but he can't move his hand to stop the save. I think it's just the power of the shot. Mane hits the post here. Let's watch this one back. It's good play between Salah and Firmino, and then I think Mane's got to score that.
He should
I don't know how much of the goal he gets to see. Maybe he can only see the post, but hopefully they'll show the angle. They're too bothered about this. This doesn't cross the line. For me, this is irrelevant. You go, oh my God, it should have been a goal. Well, no, it shouldn't, because it doesn't cross the line. I'd rather see Mane's chance again, to be honest.
Mane, he should score that. He does have a quick look.
Debarjan Nandy's right. That's why Aguero does play for me in FIFA Ultimate Team, because he can score goals like that. But literally 95% of the ball's over the line, but 5% of it isn't, so it's not a goal. I'd be more interested. I wish that I don't want to see that. I'd be rather see the angle Mane shot and whether he misses it.
Yeah, because you can't argue with the decision, can you? There's not really much point in showing it. I mean, they can talk about how it's a great clearance off the line, but I think for me, Mane, he has a look where the goalie's coming. He can see the angle of the goal. So I think for me, a player of his quality, he should be sticking that away first time for me.
Right. Hopefully they're going to show the red card that wasn't a red card decision back in a moment. TW Hollery says, I didn't know you had another channel. I've got to subscribe. Yeah, we got That's Football. Generic football. Loads to get involved with. Make sure you subscribe and get involved. I also do my FIFA stuff on here as well. So if you've always wondered where I do my FIFA stuff, I do that on here as well. It's 1.1, basically a centimetre off being a goal, says Minnie.
Yeah.
Which they're still going on about. And they
that
haven't even bothered to show. They're not even. Well, Sky haven't even bothered to show the whether it should have been a red card. So maybe it was just a yellow. Maybe it was just a yellow, because you'd have thought they would have shown that if it was a big thing.
Definitely. And just seeing Aguero's goal, and that is such a tight angle. Any swerve on that, and it's out for a goal kick or it's hitting the side netting.
It's sort of his signature thing, though, that Aguero, to be fair. He's so accurate. I'm sure I've seen him score goals like that as well before.
It's so powerful and so straight that it's just flown past him. Alisson, could he be expecting for that to go across the face of goal? I don't think so. But, I mean, he could have done a little bit better, but I don't think he would have prevented it. It was just so fast. It's just hit the roof of the net. Absolutely no chance for him, to be honest. So, Salah to score next. Salah's been quiet this game as well. Hasn't looked his usual self.
He's had scraps though, hasn't he? I mean, to be fair, the build-up play for the Mane should have been a Mane goal. Apart from that, he's not really had a lot, has he?
No, I mean Firmino as well. He's not been mentioned. Apart from that, the incident of the post and the goal line, not really been involved in the game.
I think in many ways, if you're a Liverpool fan and you want to win the league, this is where if you're going to be league winners, you got to, you're still going to be 4 points clear of City, even if you lose, and you're still going to be favourites to win the league. And you still could win the league. But if you want to win the league, you've got to look back on nights tonight and say, remember when we were 1-0 down and we'd hit the post and we came back and we got a point, or we came back and we got a win? That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I mean, that's the difference there. Aguero, one chance, one goal from an acute angle, and then you've got Liverpool's, Salah and Firmino not really been involved, and then Mane's, missed the one-on-one. I mean, you need them chances. You've got to put them chances away. You want to be title challengers, or you want to at least win the Premier League title. You've got to put them chances away. If you get one chance, you've got to take it. You don't. And that is the difference. Aguero, he's so clinical in what he does. He's absolutely phenomenal for Man City.
Eddie Video Star says Manchester United people are praying for a draw. This would be the best result. I don't think they are. I think most Man United fans are playing for a Man City win. Keep metal alive. E100 says there are more Jose sympathisers than City fans. Stadium's empty. I could nick that and tweet it, and it'd probably bang.
Yeah, that's quite a good comment, actually, mate. Yeah. That's quite funny. Yeah. So, do you fancy Liverpool getting back into this then, Mark?
I think there's going to be more twists in this game. Yeah. I certainly don't think it's going to finish 1-0. I suppose it depends how City approach this game now. What if City think, let's defend what we've got and let Liverpool attack? It's interesting. Obviously, I think if I was City, I'd go for the second goal, but that's what they did against Palace. They went 1-0 up, and then they thought we're going to have 4 or 5, and they ended up going. What did they lose it 3-1 or was it 3-2?
I think it's 3-2. Brandon says here, arguably the best striker to ever grace the Premier League. He's unreal.
I've always said that. I've always said
absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The guy, he scores. It's not just his feet. He can score headers as well. For a guy that's so short, he can score some fantastic headed goals as well. He scores with both feet. The guy can just do everything as a striker. He is probably the perfect number 9 for you. He's got speed. He's got a bit of trickery about him. He's quite mobile. He can twist and turn. Absolutely fantastic. I think they got him for a decent price as well, didn't they?
Yeah. I have said it for a long, long time. He's the best striker in the Premier League, and I don't like saying it because he plays for Man City. But sometimes it's like Salah's better than Hazard. They both play for clubs I don't really like, but I'm not gonna close my mind off to facts. Aguero is the best in the league.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic striker.
We're nearly at 53,000 subscribers, so if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do. Bottom right hand corner, help us through that. We're going for 1 million this year. We'd be happy to get, we'll get what we get, but we've got lots of things planned, so get involved.
Oh, they're showing the foul now, look.
That's not even a tackle. People who are saying that's a good tackle, the ball goes in his nuts.
Yeah,
neither leg hits the ball.
He's looking to chop him down.
Yeah, it's a red. It's a red. Salah actually gets the ball first. You
could argue he's stretching for it, but the fact that his whole body is off the floor.
No, I thought he actually made connection with his feet. He scissor tackles and Salah tries to knock it through his legs, and it's his knob or arse that block it by total chance. It's not a tackle. Jeff Shreve's got his coffee.
Yep.
I've got my latte, Jurgen. We'll be talking after the game. Anyway, I thought it was a red, and I'm even more convinced that it is now. Very, very lucky.
I think so. I think he's got away with that one there. Absolutely got away with that one. But
I think you should always look at decisions. What if that was Lingard knocking it to go 1-on-1? What if it was, Son? Whoever you support, you'd say it's a red. You can enjoy that it's not a red because it's against the team that you don't want to win. I totally agree with that. But if that was your team, would you be saying, "Oh, it's not a red"? I don't think you would.
Well, I think I think you've got to try and, I hate to say it, but try and give the referee a bit of credit there. He's trying to keep it 11v11.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. So, I think if he'd sent him off, we'd be saying he's just decided the title.
Yeah.
We could be saying it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, now second half just kicked off, and Liverpool got to do something now. They really have. They've got to show a little bit more fight going forward.
No subs at the moment.
Nope.
1-0 Man City, 45 minutes. And I do like the fact that this game has happened now as well. I didn't realise until over Christmas that this game was actually taking place. I thought Man City Liverpool wouldn't play each other again till like March or something like that. But I think it's great great that it's so soon after Christmas. People get excited about something, but also I think it's it sets up the title race really, really good. Well,
yeah.
If City win. Tyrus YT has just subscribed to the channel. Thanks. We've gone past 53,000, so thanks everyone who is subscribing and getting involved. I think you're going to enjoy it through 2019. We've got a lot of things planned.
Is Delph injured at all? Do you know?
It's just shit.
Well, I mean, Pep was playing him at left back, wasn't he? An awful lot. And then all of a sudden, he's just disappeared. I've not seen him. Bit weird that Laporte is playing at left back for him. Just wondered if he was injured, if he was out long term, or.
Saint Columbo says the atmosphere is Gary Neville says the atmosphere is great. Look, people get lost in this. I tweeted this out before, and people are saying, "Oh, rare L for Goldbridge because the atmosphere is really good." Because I was saying, they haven't got enough. Good. That's why Van Dijk's such a good defender there Phil Jones dives in and gives a penalty. He doesn't. He steps back and, they've seen the danger away. No, I'm sure the atmosphere is good. It doesn't mean it's not embarrassing that you can't sell it out. I don't care how good the atmosphere is. There's loads of empty seats and they're playing their biggest game of the season. I couldn't give a shit how good the atmosphere is. The banter is still valid, that they can't sell it out. Yeah, the atmosphere is great. Whoopie-doo. What do they want? A bloody gold star. You can't you can't sell out this game. That is an embarrassment. Sorry.
Yeah.
Apparently Delph is suspended.
Okay. Cheers for that. Walker had a poor game against Palace, Marcus. That's why he was dropped. Okay, Brandon. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, I think Kyle Walker's the best right back in the league, to be honest. But again, not playing. So.
But I mean, again, you'd have to say, good choice by Pep, wouldn't it? It's worked so far.
Johnny Meston. No, I didn't. I'll keep an eye out for your comment to tell me what it was or where it is, and I'll give it a watch.
Hi, Sam. You all right?
I'm watching out, Johnny Meston, so do put your comments in there, and I'll certainly go and give it a watch later on, or you can just tell me.
City not changed their game plan and still patiently playing it around, trying to pass out from the back. But Liverpool, again, look, they're pressing. They're not pressing quick enough, considering they're the ones chasing the game.
Stuart Collins has got his own fan club now. He's always been there, hasn't he? He's some people call him a deluded. Some people call him a deluded Liverpool fan. I actually think he's quite funny. This is the brilliance about channels like this, is that you grow a community and you start to have people that in there, and Stuart does make us laugh.
There's a couple of regulars on the United stand that are Liverpool fans, isn't there? I think Douglas James, he's a Liverpool fan as well, isn't he?
Stuart Collins says the real Liverpool is incoming in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, still 1-0.
Sterling's over the top. Oh,
they're in though.
Yeah, they still got it.
Ref's just fell on his arse.
It's just going to say.
Even the ref's diving in the box now.
He was laying on the floor there waiting for the ball to go out. Liverpool coming down the left-hand side with Robertson. Poor pass. They've just not looked very fluid tonight, Liverpool. Maybe them talking up about going invincible this season sort of derailed them a bit.
What Johnny and me are having some sort of private conversation here. Johnny, what was the general gist of what he said, Ben? Because I get on with him all right, so I'd be surprised if he's saying anything about it. But everyone's got an opinion, I suppose.
I'm going to take a punt, mate. I'm not looking at the comments, but I'm going to take a punt and say that's something about a Geordie fan, yeah?
Yeah.
Nothing major. Don't worry about it.
With the DT thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
What did he say?
Nothing major. Nothing abusive or anything like that.
No. I'll get with him all right now. I don't get involved in that stuff anyway. I've been asked to go on his show, so just too busy.
Yeah. The company's got it.
That is an interesting point. I mean, just mention that Arsenal Fan TV against the United stand. I mean, we are the undisputed fan channel, the best fan channel, and nobody will play us. We're ready to play games. 5-a-side, 6-a-side, 11-a-side. We're ready to play other fan channels, and nobody will do it. Redmen TV were tentative and then said, give us a month to sort something out. Nothing. Nobody will play us. So talk about bottle jobs, and I'm not being arrogant or anything, but nobody will play us. Nobody will play the United stand at football. So, the terrified of Goldbridge, the best CDM on these shores.
Sterling had a shout for a penalty here. do you know
I
what?
think the ball's too far away from him, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gone from him. But I mean, Robertson, he has got hold of him, round the waist.
Meh. I think we'll give that back and say probably was a penalty, but he didn't get sent off, did he? So, right, I'm just going to leave you to it, Marcus, for one moment. I need to stock up on beverages.
Yeah, go on. Sane's got it down the left. Guerrero in the silver. Laporte, Sane. David Silva's got it left hand side. Ball's going to come in. Away by Liverpool. Oh, not very. Only partially cleared. Fernandinho with a shot into row Z. Oh dear. Jack Costa hasn't got nothing on Salah. He's probably. Jack Clark says WWE in a penalty. Jack, I'll tell you what, that could have been given a penalty there. That could have been. High chair says Han. Mark's disappeared like Liverpool's title. I think he's back now.
I'm back now, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. The new Moez Media said, what about hashtag United?
They're a proper team, though.
Oh?
No, but like literally, they are a proper professional football team now. Oh, we'll play anybody. I don't know about you though, Marcus, and everybody at home. I've just got so much stuff left to drink and eat. That's the trouble with Christmas.
Yeah. You sort of like overbuy, don't you? Just to make sure you've got everything. And when the event actually comes around, you tend to find you don't drink it. You don't drink it all. You don't eat it all, and there's so much left over.
But that's why I never start with the fitness stuff in January. I don't start at all, but you know, I wouldn't because there's too much stuff. He sense something's going to happen in the next 10 minutes for sure. Is Sterling in the box? Yeah. Van Dijk again, Mr. Reliable clears it.
Well, Sterling had you was there when you finished penalty shout. Apart from that, it was all Man City. See what I mean? I mean, Liverpool, look, they're not even chasing the ball down. They just don't look like they want to win this game at all. Really strange. For a team that's top of the table, it's almost as if they thought to themselves, well, we can afford to lose this game. And yeah, in terms of the points, they can, because there'll still be, 4, I think it is? 3 or 4 in front.
A lot of people talking Sidemen FC, Red Men FC, Fulltime Devils. Oh, fuck, I wouldn't even put my boots on. I could play in my socks against them. I don't think they've got anybody who can actually play football, mate. We actually are good at football. Like, Sophie plays football. Flex is good at football. I'm good at football. Rance is good at football. And we're channel regulars. Even Marcus can play football. So, you know, and Ross. So, you know, we've actually got people who can play football. So, you know, I don't know anything about this YouTuber bloody universe, though, with Sidemen and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know really anything about them. I know they did, like, the Orange Cup or something. But we'll play anybody.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. You might have to.
They're waiting for me to hit 50. That's what they're doing. I'm old enough as it is. They're trying to put me into, you know, pension age before they take me on. I'm running out of time. My back can't last much longer.
Yeah, I forgot you had a bad back as well. So yeah,
it's all the teams I've carried over the years.
Yeah. Ball in. Oh. Stones away.
He's got to hit that first time. He's done it before as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't we see him? Who did he do that against? I've seen Alexander Arnold hit one of them before against somebody. Come on, answers on a postcard.
That was well wide, that one. Fabinho's coming on.
Well, I think he should have started the game. Milner's off.
Milner's off. Yeah.
That could make a difference now.
Yeah, probably allow Wijnaldum to go forward a little bit more. Probably play it like the midfield 3. Maybe play like a triangle with Wijnaldum at the top of it. No, he's going out to the left. Henderson's going right. Fabinho's in the middle.
Tyrus YouTube, I'll answer this question just for very self-gratification reasons. He says, who's better, Koulibaly or Manolas? Right. I think I don't know whether United are going to sign either of them, but people are being a bit elitist about Manolas. He's a good player. He's quick. He's tall. He's the same age as Koulibaly, and there's not a lot between them. There's 60 million in price, but there's not a lot between them in their actual ability. And I don't know whether I've said this before, but I watch a lot of Serie A, and he's good, Manolas. I'd be happy if we signed him.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what? As much as I like to get Koulibaly in, I just think Woodward likes value for money, and I think Manolas would sway Woodward to go to that decision. I think
some United fans are sleeping on the fact that we're going to do.
If you look,
games.
Yeah,
we're actually going to buy somebody this month. United will buy somebody this month, so you should be very excited.
I think if you look at it, that's an awful lot of money for one player in January.
So I'd control that.
That's a great takedown, wasn't it, on the chest there?
I've been impressed with Sane tonight. He's a good player. I know he plays for City, but he reminds me of Ryan Giggs a lot. He's not as good as Giggs. He's not as good as Giggs, but he does have similarities in the way he moves the ball and his body shape.
Well, everyone was touting for him to go to the World Cup, weren't they? Good hit. Oh,
tell you what, the way the keeper was stood there then.
Who was that? Was that Danilo?
Danilo, yeah. Bit of Brazilian magic. I'm having my bath after this. People are saying, why aren't you going for your bath? I'm having my bath after this. I normally go for a bath in the second half and leave it to Marcus, but I got The Force Awakens recorded from the other night because it was at Centre Parks as well. It was on Sunday night, wasn't it?
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
I'm a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, but I buy them on Blu-ray. So
I don't know what people think at home, but if there's a film on the telly, I was talking to somebody about this just before Christmas. Even though I'll own the DVD, I'll watch it on the telly. There's something, I think it's nostalgia growing up, isn't it? It's like, even though I skip through them, I like the adverts and stuff like that. It's just weird. Yeah. If it's on the telly, I like to watch it. I don't know why.
I find it breaks up. You know, you get into the film, get into the story and what's going on, then all of a sudden you find some bloody betting advert.
Oh no, I don't watch the adverts.
You know,
I'd never watch it live. I'll just record it and then I'll watch it and then I'll skip the adverts. It makes no sense. It's not logical.
I like if ever I see a film. I'm a big fan
of Centre Parks. If anybody's been to Centre Parks, it is very good. I only started going 2 years ago and I've been 4 times in 2 years. It's good.
Surprised Pep hasn't made any changes yet.
I thought you were going to say I'm surprised Pep's not been to Centre Parks. I think he can afford to go better than that.
No. So you going back to Mallorca this year or anything?
I'm looking at my summer holidays actually.
Reunion with your pineapple mate.
What?
A reunion with your pineapple friend.
The thing is, there's no point in me going to hot places because I'm paler than a bottle of milk. But I do like hot weather. I just don't have the skin for it. But yeah, I will be going away somewhere.
Yeah. Turned into quite. Do you know what? I was really hyped about this game. But I've got to say, the hour that's been played, I think it's been.
The way this game's going at the moment, I actually do think Liverpool are going to get something. I think City have gone a little bit. Oh, we're going to defend what we've got. The game's changed, hasn't it? It's now Liverpool pushing and City defending.
Well, in fairness, I mean they've got to push, haven't they? Really?
Yeah. An old Brownie says, "Mark, watch the Clone Wars series on Netflix." I didn't even know it was on Netflix. I will give it a watch.
Yeah, go on. But yeah, the Clone Wars. If he's on about the CGI thing, yeah, definitely.
Isn't there? There's some other stuff, isn't there? That's meant to be very good.
Yeah,
it's not childish. It's
Rebels.
Yeah,
that's quite good as well. Yeah.
What do you need to watch first, then, Rebels or the Clone Wars?
I would say Clone Wars because that actually takes place I think it takes place before the actual Clone Wars movie, or it's literally straight after. But you watched the Solo film, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, they took bits out of the Clone Wars episodes to put in the Solo film to tie it all up together.
I tell you what, I was reading over Christmas actually. We're talking about Star Wars at the moment for a second or two. That Netflix, Disney have commissioned 2.
Or balls up, Firmino.
Great
save.
Well, it's company's fault. Keeper comes for it. Company heads it. Drops to Firmino, shoots, and then there's a lot of people there, but Edison makes the save.
Oh man, that was a dicey moment, wasn't it? It was a free kick, just lumped in, headed away by Company, straight to Firmino.
To be fair, if Firmino scored from there, there's 4 City players on the line, and he's far out. But yeah, I was saying there's a couple of TV series coming up for Star Wars, like real, not CGI, real people, and
yes,
they look. I mean, we've not seen them, but they look quite good because I thought Rogue One was brilliant, and it's got Cassian Andor in it.
Yeah.
So it's prequel to. It's a TV series before Rogue One, so I think that'll be good. And then it's got another series with your man who was in Narcos, if you've seen it. I forget his name. It's the Mexican guy. I think he looks Mexican anyway. So I'm looking forward to those. There's lots of good series coming out. Game of Thrones this year as well. Oh, here we go. It's a goal for Liverpool.
It's a goal.
It's been coming.
Firmino.
I said it was coming. Shit defending from City. A very poor goal from Man City to concede. It's a lofted hoof ball in. I think it's Robertson on the back who heads it back across, and Firmino there to head it in. I fancied it. I said a couple of minutes ago I could see this goal coming for Liverpool. Man City,
totally unmarked.
Yeah. Marius Caverno says Mark and Marcus in the same bath, but I mean, from a Liverpool point of view, it's a different sort of goal. It's lofted in on the back post. Nobody's with Robertson.
Yeah, straight over the head of Stones and Firmino at the back post.
Where's Danilo? He's the right back.
Yeah, he's not even there.
Don't know where he is. Not
even there. But yeah, Firmino with a whole goal to aim at.
Yeah, well, it's a clever goal from Liverpool. That's what it is, and it sets it up really, really exciting for the last 25 minutes. But
25 minutes,
City again, it's their own fault. Their own fault. The way they've approached this game from being 1-0 up, they've thought, we can defend it. And I don't think it's a wise move to do that. Reminds me a little bit of the derby, actually, where they were 2-0 up and they thought they'd had the game won. And the momentum will be with Liverpool now.
Yeah, Liverpool certainly got the tails up now. Since the Fabinho change, since Fabinho's come on, it's changed the whole shape of Liverpool. It really has. I mean, he's covering more ground than Milner. He's allowed to go forward a bit, and Henderson's being the one. I mean, Sterling's. Yeah. Aguero. Oh, heavy first touch.
Okay.
Heavy touch. Yeah. I thought Aguero could have maybe hit that first time as well.
Does anyone know where Danilo was on that goal? Because, I mean, I know Robertson is Sterling's man, so Sterling should have been tracking him, but I haven't got a bloody clue where the right back was for Man City.
Yeah, nowhere. All I saw there was the 2 centre-backs and who's that come on now? Gundogan's come on. Not sure who's been taken off yet.
Maybe they took Danilo off.
No, he's still there, look, I think. No, he's still there.
Yeah, I don't know where he was. It's crap. Well, it's going to be a very good...
I think Bernardo Silva's the one to go off and Gundogan's come on.
It's going to be a very good end to this game now. 25 minutes. And the thing is, people will be thinking, City are going to go for it. But if Liverpool can get one up the other end, the title's back on again.
Yeah, definitely. It's do you know
what?
I
think the title was theirs if they get a draw anyway. I don't think City can pull back a 7-point gap, but maybe.
Yeah, sure. Oh, do you know what? I mean, we've seen firsthand ourselves, Mark. We've overturned bigger gaps than 7 points, so it can be done. I'm just thinking now, why haven't they? Why haven't they brought on De Bruyne?
David Silva's gone off. Why haven't they brought De Bruyne? I don't know. It must be. Is De Bruyne not? Well, that's the live comments. Is De Bruyne not fit? I mean, he's on the bench, but he's not using him. I was just saying. I think Salah and De Bruyne are the two best players in the league. So why is De Bruyne not on the pitch?
Yeah, you don't bring on Gundogan ahead of De Bruyne when you're 1-1.
Apparently, Danilo was the man jumping with Robertson. I thought it was Stones, to be honest, because you said it. But
yeah, I thought it was Stones. Yeah, all I saw was Stones, Company, and Laporte.
Well, his positional sense was terrible, and that's got to be down to Pep. You know, he's decided to go with Danilo over Kyle Walker. I mean, apparently Kyle Walker didn't play well in their last game, but I think Kyle Walker's the best right back in the league.
It's the threat he brings, isn't it, down the right hand side with the pace, and for a right back as well, he's not got a bad cross on him. It was brave of Pep to leave out probably the two, well, especially De Bruyne, probably the most important player in their squad, to be honest. But why he's not brought on Salah's? What
I'd say at the moment is I think Liverpool look more likely to score because it reminds me of the derby when we were 2-0 down at half time and City think they've got it won, and the momentum's gone now.
They're finding the
Liverpool
pockets.
Are going to get a second goal.
Liverpool finding the pockets of space now in front of the goal.
Well, Liverpool have dominated the midfield now. That's why he's brought Gundogan on. Liverpool, for me, are the better team at the moment, Colin.
So it looks like they're going.
They should have played Fabinho from the start. We both said that. And I think since he's come on, I think they scored since he's come on, but I think they've been a better team since he came on. I was going to quickly use their facilities.
Yeah, well, yeah. It looks to me like City are playing like a 4-2-3-1 now because they got Gundogan and Fernandinho just sitting in front of the back four. And then it's Sane on the left, David Silva and Sterling on the right, and then Aguero's up top. So I don't think the change in formation has helped them at all. They seem to have dropped off a bit. Pep is a bald fraud, said Brandon. Arsenal 2004 Invincibles who, says Stuart. Stuart, mate, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Still got a good 20. De Bruyne is warming up. Look. De Bruyne is warming up. So the danger man's coming on soon. Okay, game on. Mark or Chair, Hanji. Got to be Goldbridge, isn't it? But City are coming forward now. Sane on the left. Sterling's free on the right-hand side. He did see him, but absolutely piss-poor ball into the box. Sane has been shocking. Second half he has. First half, I thought he was pretty decent. He was okay. But second half, he's not been the same. I've not seen Gundogan get involved at all in a minute. Man City 4, it says Abdullah Shavia. Mark's gone to the toilet, James. I can hear him coming back now. Klopp needs a toothbrush. Marcus, what do you think about Lascelles as a centre-back for the Windows, says MGT? Not bad as a bench option. Put it this way, if it was Lascelles or Phil Jones on the bench, I'd rather go Lascelles, to be honest. 70th minute already, says Man United. Yep. Just come out to 71.
Salah was nearly in there. Danilo quick off his line.
Yeah. Sterling's onside. Sane's free on the left. This could be two. Sane. Oh, it's in.
Oh, it's in. What a finish by Sane. I thought Sane done a Mane and hit the post, and it's going to come back. And Liverpool fans, I can feel your pain a little bit there because there's not a lot of difference between what Mane and Sane does, but just the angle it hits the post, it goes in the bottom corner, and it's. I've got to say this because I said it before the game. I really do like Sane, and he hasn't had a good season, but tonight I think he's been fantastic, and that finish is brilliant.
Well, see, I just said someone just said to me, Sane's not been very good. I thought he was pretty decent in the first half. Second half, he's dropped off a bit. He's not really had a lot of the ball, but You know, as soon as I said there, Sane was free on the left. I mean, it's gone off the left-sided post. Did it hit the right-sided one as well? No,
No.
straight, no. So, but I mean, a great goal.
He reminds me so much of Ryan Giggs. It's unbelievable. And I don't think it's as good as Ryan Giggs, but it's his body shape and everything. Like even that finish there, it's the sort of he hits the ball the way Ryan Giggs would hit it, and that's a massive goal for Man City because I think the momentum was definitely with Liverpool, and then for them to get back in front, I've got to take my hat off to City and say that does surprise me. I thought it was going to go one way, and that was going to be Liverpool, but he's turned up tonight. If anybody knows anything about Sane, he's had a bad 8 months, didn't get taken to the World Cup, not been good for City, hasn't been starting games for City, but tonight I don't think Trent Alexander-Arnold's had a bad game, by the way. I just think I think Sane's had a good game, and that finish there is fantastic. 2-1 Man City.
Well, while you was at the toilet, Stuart was going on about the Invincibles, and I did say to him, there's still 20 minutes to go.
Well, yeah, I forgot about that. Of course, obviously, Liverpool are still on that whole Invincibles thing as well, aren't they? But they still are. They've still got time. I personally think United are going to beat Liverpool at Old Trafford anyway. So I think even if Liverpool get something out of this today, I think United will make sure that they don't get Invincibles.
Yeah. Christopher Joseph thinks it's still going to be a draw. VAR needed in the game ASAP. Aguero was offside, says Stuart. You weren't interfering with play, though. And Cameron Hall says, how can you compare Sane to Giggs?
Well, I just did, and I've done it numerous times.
And there's your answer, Cameron.
It's like today I put out my combined 11, right? And I had people replying to me on Twitter saying, no, such and such for such and such. And I'm like, it's my combined 11. I'm not going to change my mind about it. I've actually thought it through. But no. I mean, I've said this about Sane and Giggs for a long time. The similarities between their body movement. Sane's not as good as Giggs, but I'm just saying he's the closest thing to Ryan Giggs in modern day football. This game's good. It's called
it's livened up now.
It's like it has. I think the Fabinho sub for Liverpool has made them a better threat. I'm still surprised De Bruyne is not involved though. Does anybody know that? He was
warming up. He is warming up. Shaqiri's coming on now for Liverpool, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he has been a super sub before.
Well, he scored a couple of good goals against United, didn't he?
If Liverpool can get a draw, it's still a very, very good result for Liverpool.
Or City again. Do you know what? They just don't seem to be playing with the same amount of pace that they did last season. Now, when they used to attack City, they used to absolutely bomb forward last season.
The worrying thing about City is, though, I mean, I'm talking about Champions League here as well, is if Sane starts playing well, Sterling's been very good all season. Aguero's obviously Aguero. If they can get De Bruyne back, they've got Silva back, Fernandinho, they've suddenly got that front six rocking again, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, very dangerous.
I think I said quite early on I quite fancied Man City to win the Champions League. And I think at the moment that's a stupid statement, but what I'm saying is if Sane goes into form and De Bruyne comes back,
they're getting their people back at the right time, aren't they, now?
Well, De Bruyne's basically had 6 months off. Jared Pesserman says Lovren's the ultimate curse. He can't give interviews. And Rakesh says, who is better, Sane or Martial? I think at the moment Martial's better. I think a year ago you'd say Sane. Martial's had the better season, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Shaqiri's coming on 4-10, so Mane.
Yeah. Well,
interesting.
Mane is a bit of a divisive one with Liverpool fans, I know a couple of Liverpool fans, and they're not. I always say Mane's really, really good. I mean, the big question, who's better, Mane or Martial? And I would always say Mane, but I don't watch him every week. But I know a lot of Liverpool fans who, Mane, they're like, oh, he's so inconsistent. But as an outsider, I think he's a good player, but maybe it's because of things like that miss.
Well, apparently he turned us down as well, didn't he? So,
I don't think he did.
So they say.
Yeah, I don't think he did. We were linked to him, but I don't think we were in for him. That was Van Gaal days as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it was Van Gaal, wasn't it?
Well, we've not had the red card. We've got 13 minutes to go. It's Man City 2, Liverpool 1. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, whatever happens. And subscribe to the channel and get involved. But it's been a cracking game.
Yeah, it's been cagey in periods, like during the game, but it's starting to pick up now, definitely. I mean, just over 10 minutes left. Liverpool, really, they got to go for it now.
A lot of people saying De Bruyne's fitness is the problem. Aguero nearly in there. Bad first touch.
Yeah, just
I
couldn't
think there'll
take
be
it in
another
stride.
goal. It's either going to be City killing it or Liverpool maybe getting the point. But I think there'll be another goal.
Well, I'm hoping it stays like this because this is what I predicted.
Jonathan Royston Ford says Henderson is the reason Liverpool are not good. Yeah, but we discussed this in the first half. Apparently he's a really good captain. So
Again, there's no urgency in Liverpool's play here. Look, they're not.
well, the equalizer was a very un-Liverpool type goal. I mean, it was basically a hoofed ball to the back post.
Well, it was a free kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it worked well. They exploited Danilo really, really well. But they've not, apart from that Mane chance in the first half, they've not really created the traditional Liverpool goal chance where it's like quick in the final third. Salah's been pretty quiet.
Yeah, Salah's been quiet. I mean, Firmino, apart from the goal, he's not really done much.
Excuse me.
Sane's in again, down the left.
And he's up against Van Dijk. Van Dijk's giving him some space. Finds
Sterling. Oh,
good tackle,
a bit too much. Good defending. Was that Robertson?
I think Robertson's dealt with Sterling far better than Trent's dealt with Sane, to be fair. Ibby, you don't understand what a hoofball is. As a United fan, we know what a hoofball is because we've had 6 years of it with Fellaini. A hoofball is where you loop it up and hang it up. That's a hoofball. Hoofball is basically the ball you play to Fellaini. It doesn't mean you're hoofing it from your centre-backs like Wimbledon. I meant the hoofball is the one where you hang it up, and you hung it up. So own it. That's what you did. It was a hung-up cross. What a prat. What a prat. I'll never forget that. As soon as someone says, what a prat, it just comes into my mind. What a prat. What a prat. Phil Jones. That was epic that night.
You know, I actually got around to watching your end-of-year video.
It's good, isn't it?
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it, actually. Brought back some good memories, actually, through the year. Obviously, the one that stands out is the pink boots and the tin of salmon.
Yeah, it was good.
But yeah, very, very good.
Oh no,
like
it's the first time we've
like
done that. I'm definitely going to do it this year as well. It's good to have that. And some good stuff got left out as well. But anyway, 10 minutes to go. Liverpool on the attack again. They found Salah. He's dived for a free kick there, and the ref was totally aware about it. Salah needs to stop doing that. I don't really think he is a diver, but he's certainly getting it levelled at him a lot lately. He's too good to get that levelled at him. Good cross
Sterling
again.
does it a lot as well, doesn't he? Ball across, ricocheting.
Company, Stones, Fabinho,
Tennis football in there.
Lovren.
Clear it, man. Sterling's away.
He's left Robertson time.
Jeez.
Oh, here we go. They're in trouble here. It's a 3v2. He's got Aguero in. Round the keeper.
Oh,
whoa, what a save. What a save by Alisson. He's round the keeper and Alisson gets there with his hand. That's first class.
3 against 2 there for City.
Well, Man City don't do a lot wrong here, do they? Sterling feeds Aguero in. He rounds the keeper. He's onside. And Alisson...
That's Lovren, wasn't it? Lovren playing him on there?
Yeah.
He sees the run of Sterling, but he moves towards Sane.
That's great keeping. Really good keeping from Alisson.
Good save. Could have been game over then.
I don't think it's going to stay 2-1. I think it's going 3-1 or 2-2.
Stuart Collins says Alisson's the best in the league.
He's not.
Rivo
He's a good goalkeeper, but he's not David De Gea. He can't be as good as David De Gea. He's only been in the league for 5 months. David De Gea's been doing it for over 5 years. It's physically impossible for Alisson to be better than De Gea. Facts. He's the second best goalkeeper in the league, but he can't be better than De Gea.
Going to clean up the chat a minute. I don't know why people persist in putting fake scores in there. The scores are on the screen.
I know, I always say about fake scores. All you got to do is watch the screen. You know, we will react.
People have too much time on their hands. Ball over the top. Good defending by company.
I'll tell you what Liverpool should do is put some crosses in the box, because every time they do, Man City look worried. Oh, he's played it on there. I thought it was a foul.
Salah's in.
Scored. Oh, tell you what. I thought Salah scored then.
Yeah, good save from Edison. Pep's having a go for something.
Yeah, to be honest, I think it was a foul. He's not happy.
He pointing at? Yeah. Jesus is stripped and ready to come on. So's Kyle Walker.
I think Pep might be getting
called over.
Into trouble there.
Well, do you know what? I mean, he should do, really. I mean, that is a bit over the top, isn't it, really? I totally missed the fact of what happened, but the reaction. Yeah, I mean, you think to yourself, I mean, you know, going back to what Mourinho used to do, you know, Pep's got away with it there, look.
Yeah. I don't know what he's moaning about. I think it's something to do with subs.
He got dragged down there, look. Fernandinho went up for a header and got dragged down.
Did he out?
Off the line, was it?
I tell you what, City are hanging on here. If you're Liverpool, you've got to be thinking, put a cross in the bloody box. I said that before, didn't I? Put a cross in the box, and City are all over the shop. It's 2-1 to City at the moment. It's not 2-2. It's not 4-9. It's nothing. It's 2-1.
They need to get Kyle Walker on there. ASAP Sturridge is coming on as well now.
I think there's going to be another goal. Wijnaldum's coming
gone off.
So Sturridge 2 up front. Kyle Walker comes on.
Who's going off here? Full team.
I'm not going. I was asked to go on Football Daily TAC games, but there's nothing concrete. I said I would.
Laporte's going off for Kyle Walker. It's 199. No, it's not Thomas. See you later.
Well, we're into the last, I think there'll be a good 5 minutes added on. We're into this sort of stage now where you'd say that the title is, you know, sometimes the title can be decided in minutes. And I think if Liverpool can get something from this game, I think they're in. They've got a good hand on the title. Yeah,
I think there's going to be a good, by the time they do the stoppages, I think probably they've got a good 8 minutes left to go. It's got to be 3 or 4 minutes added on, surely.
I forgot sad bastard Arsenal fans will be celebrating for City as well because of their invincible record. Oh, I mean, how sad do you have to be about that? Yay, we've kept our invincible record for another year. It's like us celebrate. I mean, an invincible record, what does it bloody mean at the end of the day? Do United celebrate every time it's not possible for someone to do a treble? You know, the treble actually meant something. I don't celebrate every year. Oh, City can't do the treble now they're out in the FA Cup. It's just sad. Otamendi. So he was going to bring Jesus off. De Bruyne won't come on. He was going to bring Jesus on. He's now going defensive. It's part of the bus time. Company's saying, no. I'm all right.
No, I think Company's saying he wants to go off there, I think. They're changing. Yeah.
It's all right going, come on, lads, I'm the captain. Yeah. You're walking off with 10 minutes to go, you prick.
Yeah, I think they just changed who was going to come off, weren't they?
Part of the bus time for City, yeah. 2 cents. I think it's dangerous for City because every time Liverpool have knocked a long ball in, if I was Klopp, I'd put Van Dijk up front.
Yeah, do you know what? That's probably a good shout, that Mark. If he wants to win, or if he wants to get something from the game.
Yeah, every time a big ball's gone in the box, City have looked literally like they're hanging on, but he's still at the back at the moment, Van Dijk. And I think if you're Klopp, you've got such a point advantage. Why not just go for it? If you're going to lose, you're going to lose. But if you can get a draw, bloody hell,
well, he could even chuck Lovren up there, couldn't he? He's the worst out of the centre backs. Leave Van Dijk back, chuck Lovren up. This is what he's moaning about. So Firmino.
But that was a foul.
Yeah, but I think.
Yeah, I thought it was a foul, but you know.
Yeah, that's only as that. But yeah.
I think there'll be a lot of time added on. Sniper Scope says there's going to be a goal in the next 5 minutes. Nasty foul that by Bernardo Silva on.
Aaron Jones says they need Fellaini on there now. They could probably do with him actually. Liverpool now chucking Fellaini on. I thought Danilo went off. So Danilo's gone left back. So Carl Walsh gone straight to the right. Oliver reckons there's going to be 5 minutes added on. I reckon it's going to be 3 or 4. I think there's some really nitpicky fouls in this game. And you think of a head injury by Robertson as well in the first half.
Sane. I mean, he's been your man of the match. I think.
Sane's done pretty well.
Yeah, I think he has been. Mistake. What a good save again.
This is in, surely. Oh, Sterling's missed as well.
I'll tell you what, City have had a chance to finish this off, and it just makes you think. They have had the chances. Bernardo Silva in there, another good save by Alisson, and then Sterling smashes it wide. But City have had a chance to finish this off, and they haven't. And if you're Liverpool, you're just thinking, oh, you know what?
So what? There is 5 minutes. 5 minutes on. Sane's done well. I think Bernardinho's played really well.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I wouldn't give it to any City defenders. Not their goalie. Midfield, Fernandinho's been good. David Silva, not great. Bernardo Silva, okay. Aguero's goal was great. Sterling, not quite at the races. So for me, from City, it's either Sane or Fernandinho. From Liverpool, I'd probably say Van Dijk or Alisson, really. They've both been really good.
Alisson's made quite a couple of decent saves in this game. Liverpool a bit disappointed by them tonight, to be honest. They've not looked themselves. They've not attacked. They've not been as fluent as I've seen them this season. And I think the problem started with the midfield three. I think Fabinho, like you said earlier, Mark, should have started the game straight away.
Yeah, definitely.
Since he's come on, they've looked... Oh, poor pass there by Shaqiri. What was that? Since Fabinho's come on, he seemed to have made them a bit more lively in the middle. All over the top. 3 minutes to go. Archie says City will win. It's looking that way at the minute. Liverpool got to do something. They got 3 minutes. So they got a throw in. Liverpool down his near side.
I've had a contribution from CGS. Let's just wait and see what happens with this, because Robertson's got a chance to whip it in. Whip it in, that's what you need to do.
Van Dijk's up there now.
Just seen a City band saying thanks for a great 10 years, reminding everyone when they were founded and when Uncle Oil splashed the cash. Thanks for that, mate. Well, Liverpool's best options tonight, and it's, to be honest, that's the improvement to Liverpool, isn't it? That they haven't, it hasn't worked for them today the way they normally play, but they're causing problems with this. Knock the ball into the box.
Van Dijk, he's won the header.
That's a handball.
Oh,
that's a
I'll
handball.
tell you what.
Looked like a handball.
I thought Sane was going to take him down.
I thought Danilo definitely handballed that in the box. 2 minutes. I'll be amazed if this finishes 2-1. I really do. I will be. I think there's a goal here.
Shaqiri's just going to lump it towards Van Dijk. Edison's come. Away by Sterling.
They're not convincing under that cross in the box, are they? What's Aguero doing there?
He's gone. I think Alisson was off his line then. Stupid. Lump forward again. Out to the left. Good header by Kyle Walker there to clear that. It's just going to come straight back.
I don't think... I think Aguero might be injured here. He's got his hands on his hips.
Yeah. Sane, just get it clear.
He'll come back again.
Even the goalie's up at the halfway line there. I bet Stewart's needing a new pair of pants at the minute.
Goal kick. That might be it for City.
Yeah.
Van Dijk's not happy.
Just under a minute to go.
Well, he's gone up front, which I think was a good idea. Maybe they should have done it 5 or 10 minutes earlier. But it is now this is hoofball. Yeah, this is hoofball. But I think, to be fair to Liverpool, it's their best chance. Every time they put a decent cross in the box, it's caused City loads of problems. I mean, they've not been able to carve them open particularly well, but...
Edison's been booked. Time wasting.
Well, I think it's stupid. There's a minute left.
Yeah.
There's still going to be a minute left.
Tell you what, I do like his tattoo down the side of his neck.
You're having a laugh.
Oh, I do like that.
I think tattoos on your neck make you look an idiot. There's a prime example of one of them. He's got tattoos on his neck as well.
You can't resist it, can you? Oh.
Some say it's a clock on his neck. I think it's a cock. Yeah, the Invincible Cup is back at Arsenal for another year. By the looks of it. Not necessarily. Yeah. Still time. Good winner.
He's blown now. That's it. It's over.
It is over.
2-1 City.
There we go. Give us your thoughts, Marcos.
It was an okay game. I think it wasn't the spectacle that I thought it was going to be. Very cagey in the first half, minimal chances, but as soon as the change of Fabinho, it changed the game. I think it made it a bit more open. Liverpool went a bit more attacking. And then obviously Pep reacted to that, bringing on Gundogan, and then they had the better chances. I think City there towards the end of the game. Once Liverpool opened up a bit, it made City have a bit more freedom, play a bit more better football. But overall, I think the right result. To be honest, I think City created a few more chances than Liverpool. They didn't really do enough to win the game for me.
I think City got the job done, didn't they? I don't think... I said before the game, I don't think there's a massive amount of difference between either team. And I think the game at Anfield was 0-0, and City missed the penalty. And I think in this game, it was very, very close again. I think Sane was the difference. I think I would give Sane man of the match because he basically was the difference in the game. I think there's not a lot between either team. I think for the title race, it's the best result. I think for United fans, it's the best result. But I still think Liverpool have got the advantage. They're still 4 points clear. I think they're 3 points. They're 6 points ahead of Spurs as well, so maybe 5 points. I don't know. But good result for Man City, obviously. Good result for the title. But Liverpool should still be very happy. And it was close. It was close. And, I think Liverpool will look back on it and think, wow, we had chances in that game. But I think Sane was the difference at the end of the day.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I think you got to big up Fernandinho as well. I mean, the passes he played in the centre of the park, some of them were absolutely sublime. Just he does the simple things very, very well, and I think he's overshadowed in that team by the likes of Sane and Aguero and Jesus. And I think looking at it like that, I mean, just seeing the table here now as well, both got exactly the same goal difference.
The interesting thing is their next 3 Premier League games for both of them, they're all going to win. I think Liverpool have got Brighton away and then Palace and somebody else shit at home. City have got Wolves at home and then they've got Huddersfield away and Newcastle away. So they're going to win their next 3 games.
What's Liverpool's fixtures?
Yeah, they've got Brighton away and then 2 home games, so they'll win them as well. So it's gonna be an interesting title race, definitely.
Hopefully it goes right down to the last day of the season. But I see Tottenham's only 6 points off as well. I mean, creeping up quietly, going about their business, doing what they got to do. So I don't think you can totally disregard them as well yet. We've seen what's happened to City, losing silly games. So it can happen to Liverpool. They've been beat as well tonight. So I don't think you can count out Tottenham just yet.
I want to just say thanks everyone for watching. We've really enjoyed it. Please do subscribe if you're new. Lots of plans on That's Football this year for you all to get involved in. Really, really enjoyed the stream. It's nice to be able to just, I watch a lot of football away from United and it's, I just think from now on I'll just go live. So just subscribe and get involved. Really enjoyed it. I think if you're a Liverpool fan, you're still top of the league. You would take that and it's still in your hands. If you're a Man City fan, ominous really. Sane was brilliant today. First time this season. I think he's been good. Aguero's Aguero. Sterling's been very good this season. De Bruyne didn't even play. For me, he's the second best player in the Premier League behind Salah. You got Fernandinho was probably man of the match. David Silva's back. Man City aren't going to lose many games between now and the end of the season. Liverpool probably the same. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for coming on, Marcus.
All right, mate. Pleasure as always. And thanks for everyone in live comments. Much love. Hope everyone has a good evening or a good night, good day, wherever you're from.
And if anybody didn't see the United stand earlier, I did my video. There's a funny little story in the first minute. You've got to go and watch it. The United stand, I think it's called Manchester United versus Reading preview, but the story in the first minute will make you laugh. Give it a watch, and thanks everyone for watching. We'll be on the United stand tomorrow. We've got Transfer Daily at 7 a.m. is the next show on the United stand. Make sure you're watching that throughout January because United are going to sign people. But we'll be back on here very, very soon. Make sure you subscribe. I'll speak to you all soon.